where I would be at without you guys.
We will be giving you guys $10,000.
We are going to round out the match to the $30,000.
What?
Wow. Thank you so much.
Are you kidding me?
It has been a journey today. How many miles did we go?
449.
449 miles. Can you believe that?
So we're gonna help you with all the funding for Presley.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Oh.
I was not prepared for that. Wow.
We are giving you guys $3,000 today for funding her treatments.
Oh my God, I'm speechless right now.
The next $5,000 that we raise will be matched.
Woohoo!
Oh my gosh, yes. Thank you so much.
Somebody matched.
But I don't want to start to cry. Okay, now I'm gonna cry.
I'm gonna start to cry.
All right. Okay. Woo! This is amazing. Okay. I'm gonna start to cry too.
Oh my God.
I couldn't have taken her on without your commitment because I didn't have the money for that while I was in school.
So we wanted to give you something to get you through the next treatment.
There you go, buddy.
Wow!
You're so sweet. Oh, I want to hug you.
We just did it, Ryan! Woo! Woo! Gives me chills every time. I know Laura's back there. I can see a tear in your eye, Laura. Hey guys, welcome to the Primetime edition of Giving Tuesday. So many of you joined us this morning, and I know everybody's really excited to see where we are. So number one, we've already met the $10,000 match, which is just freaking amazing. And we know a lot of people watch in the mornings, but we know a lot more people watch in the evening once they get home from work. So thank you so much. So already we have $20,000. We then received right around when we were getting done with the morning one, we received another match of $5,000. And I can tell you right now that we're $2,000 to that match. So we are a total right now of $24,000 today already, which is just absolutely incredible. So I cannot thank everybody enough. And we really, really, really appreciate it. For tonight, just so you know, we've got a ton of guests lined up. They're going to be stacked on top of each other sometimes. We've already started this a half hour earlier because of all the people that wanted to come on with us. So I'm going to first bring in Ohio Laura, who looks a little better than last time. So Laura, I know you love this day so much too, and I just think it's so incredible. You know, I woke up and I told you guys my email was filled with donations, and every time I go back there and look, I'm just actually like shocked with how many more are coming in, and some are really huge amounts. But I want everybody to know that every single penny, and Laura can attest to this better than anybody, counts, and we need it, and every single penny is doubled, which means so much to us. I can't even say.
Totally. And the matches are amazing. You know, so many people think when they give, oh, sorry, it's not enough. It's always enough. Whatever you can give, just give with your heart. And, you know, we don't want to put anyone out. So if it's $5, if it's $10, or, you know, that becomes $10 and $20. So that's awesome. But again, if you can't give, to share our mission is equally important.
Yeah, totally. So Laura, your audio sounds like garbage. So I'm wondering if you can try to. I know it's the Ohio Wi-Fi. I blamed it the last time. No offense to Ohio. I'm just saying, check out the sticks in Bryan, Ohio, somewhere.
I even changed devices, so.
Yeah. So try if you can. It's like tinny and outgoing and that kind of thing. So if you can see if you can adjust, that'd be amazing. I'm gonna get you out of here for now. Sorry, Laura. I hate booting you because I really actually need you right now. Anyway, Tina, sorry, I didn't mean to bring you up without you knowing. But hello, it's nice to meet you. We had a great chat before this, and Laura does know Tina, and the whole reason that Tina is on is because of Laura. So Tina, please tell us about your cat Coco.
Oh goodness, I'm already getting emotional just watching like the pre-video. Like, I can't even. So the story behind Coco, he's approximately 17 years old. He's a black short-haired cat, and he's amazing. His story is that Laura and I worked together at a vet clinic in Chicago, and his owner brought him in, and he was tested positive for FIV. This was like when he was like 6 years old. And the owner ended up leaving him at the clinic and just never picking him up after his neuter surgery, which was heartbreaking. I lived with 2 roommates at the time that did not like animals or did not want animals in the house. And so then, you know, over time, like I switched roommates, and then my coworkers were like, hey, can you adopt Coco? And I was like, actually, yes, I can. So he lived in the clinic for 6 months, and then he came home with me. And there were signs that he was meant to be with me. Like I would be sitting at a chair in the clinic, and he would just come up, because he was the clinic cat kind of, you know, he would just come up and sit behind me on the chair. He would like jump up on the chair and just sit behind me. I would always talk to him when I would walk by his, you know, cage day by day, but he's been my constant companion, and he's seen me through a ton of roommates in Chicago. And, you know, he made a move to Florida with me, and just has been the best cat, like almost like a dog, where he's always in the same room, always wants to know what's up. Super just well behaved in general. And I mean, everyone probably thinks their cat is like one of a kind, you know, amazing, but Coco has a fan club. Like he has vet technicians in Chicago that are, you know, rooting for him. And then he has family here that love him. And so he's just super important. And he was diagnosed with T-cell lymphoma like end of August. I found a lump in his throat. And so that's kind of where we're at currently. And yeah, so that poor guy, you know, he's such a trooper, and I'm so thankful to have him. So I'm like, anything I can do to keep him around longer and still have quality of life, I'm going to do it, because he's just given so much to me. So yeah.
Yeah, and I think, you know, we've helped a lot more cats, especially recently. And I don't know if you've gotten a cat care package, but Dawn from good. Dawn from Lulu's Locker makes those care packages. She rescues, you know, a lot of cats. And I know that they mean so much to people. And we also have basically what is a grant, a fund named after a cat that's near and dear to a board member's heart, Brandy, called Maggie's Friends, where we have actually like funding for cats, which, you know, we have found is so important and so useful to so many people. So we, Laura and I, were able to pay a lot of Tina's bills, and we were also able to pay forward for some of those funds that she's going to need in the future to help to save her cat. So Tina, we so appreciate you, and I know Laura loves you so much. So we're so honored to help you, and that Maggie's Friends is really, really important part of what we do in our mission.
Oh yeah, I'm so grateful. And I honestly was just blown away by the help, because as you probably know, like a cancer diagnosis is a roller coaster. And so like you have good days and bad days, and like you're crying 1 minute and then you're like, oh, hope. And then you're crying again. Like, so there's a lot of that, but like just having that financial help it's mind blowing. And I've been spreading the word about your organization, because I'm just so blown away by the kindness and the support. So thank you again. Thank you again. I'm super appreciative.
Yeah, and the sentiment which Laura and I talked about at length this morning. People that share our mission and share the story, and you don't have to always donate. Like, we just need people that know about us. You know, I think you're the epitome of that. Let's see if we can get Laura back in. Okay, Laura, let's see if you can unmute and see if you can. Oh man, let's see.
I don't know how to troubleshoot, so I just took my headset off.
Yeah, not good. It's not good. I'm sorry, Laura. She's gone. I feel like I'm in like one of those game shows where you like remove the person. I feel bad, but it's really it's bad. That's what happens when you're on the dial-up in, in Ohio. I just keep killing Ohio today. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Kat.
I'm from Ohio too, so we can rib.
Yeah. Tina, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on. Coco is a Roo cat. I always say Roo dog. It sounds so cool to say Roo cat for life. So thank you so much for coming on and sharing the story. I really appreciate it, and have a great night.
Thank you so much. Thank you too. Take care.
All right, bye. Okay, I also wanted to let you guys know that I will have more breaking news soon. One other thing that happened today earlier, and I'm going to play back some of the best moments from this morning a little bit later. Yeah, Kat, I'm sorry. I'm trying not to kill Ohio all the time. I spent a lot of my childhood actually in Ohio. I had grandparents there. My mom's from there. So I'll try to behave for the rest of the night. But seriously, something that is huge is that we have a huge goal for the end of 2022. And it really hinges on how we do tonight and the next few weeks. But I've got no doubt that we can hit it. And that's to give out $500,000 by the end of the year. So that makes me choke up, because that amount of money is amazing. In 2016, we gave out $19,000 in medical grants. That's not a small amount. That's a lot of money. I didn't know what I was doing back then. I have an amazing staff and board now. But to say that we have given out $500,000 in 1 year is just incredible. And that is all because of you. So thank you guys so much to everybody that donates. It means the world to us. I can't even tell you how much it means to me personally, but also to everybody that is on our board and staff that every day lives what we do. And it's not easy. I wish Laura was here to talk about that, because being on the front lines of our medical team, she's our medical director, is really difficult. It's difficult to say no. It's difficult to be filling apps from over a year ago. And that's what's happening right now. It's really hard when an animal has passed away, and unfortunately, you're paying bills for an animal that's now gone. It's really, really heartbreaking. One other thing I want to mention, because we're also running out of time for this. The end of the day, this is going to be disappearing, but right now you can go to Pet Supplies Plus. You can get one of these octopus toys. You can either get the Santa one or the normal one, and we get 100% of the proceeds. But it has got to be these participating locations. Okay, Naperville, either Naperville store, Bolingbrook, Plainfield, North Aurora, Montgomery, Yorkville, Villa Park, Lake in the Hills, Streamwood, Crystal Lake, Orland Park, Homer Glen, LaPorte, Indiana. Go there, buy this. It's a perfect toy. It's a perfect gift. The Santa ones are actually on sale right now, which is actually not good for us, but it's good for you. But we still get 100% of the proceeds from these stores today, which again, just an incredible gesture by Pet Supplies Plus. The other thing that you can do if you're not local is you can go to the website and change the store to Crystal Lake and order curbside and just put donation or Live Like Roo or something like that. And then we will get the octopi for our care packages. And then what you'll see is the care packages, the animals love them. So these mean so much to us. They mean so much to the people that get them. For those of you that, Lori, I'm going to get to you. I see you down there. For the people that don't know the story, Theo, who is this magical beast, was saved from a Walmart parking lot by Jenny Leach and Bark Rescue. And this was a toy that he picked out at a Pet Supplies Plus, and he pretty much tore it up and ruined it. And he then they couldn't find another one anywhere. So our care package director, Kara, basically hunted down these toys and bought a bunch of them for Theo so that he had a huge box of them. It ended up, the story actually went a little bit viral, which was great for Theo, great for Jenny, great for Bark Rescue, great for Live Like Roo Foundation. And now we partner often with Pet Supplies Plus Crystal Lake, who kind of started all of that and helped us find these guys. So the next two people who cannot get these anywhere, get one. But you have to comment, Theo, quickly. I'm going to watch the comments, and I will send you one. Hey, Justin. Good to hear from you, Justin. Lord Stanley this morning. I'm hoping, Elizabeth, if that's you, or I don't know who that is. It says Facebook user. I'm hoping to replay Lord Stanley later on. Okay, Kimberly Hammond and Amy, you guys get them. Natalie, I'll send you one too. Okay. And Julie, you can have one when you get back. Julie's overseas. Julie does our newsletter. She's the best. Yeah, Lord Stanley was seriously like the cutest. If you guys missed him this morning, we will get to him. Look at all these people that want these. And I feel bad. Not everybody can get one. Oh, thank you, Stacy. This is probably going to make me cry. I've already cried like 5 times, so it's just a matter of time before I cry again. But yeah, we love you guys. I know, Stacy. I'm still gonna share that post that you have. I have that saved in my email of Lambo. That was just an incredible way with words that you had. It was really, really great. So I'll be sharing that too later. Oh, Kimberly. Okay, are you sure? Look at. Do you see how many I have back here? I only have 2 stand-on ones left, but I'll tell you, like, we've got more coming. I ordered about, I think, 10 this morning at 3 a.m. when I couldn't sleep and was stressing about today. See, Arlene's sending 14 more. So all you people that want one, please message me on Facebook or Sarah at livelikeroo.org, and I'll get them for you guys. No worries. All righty, Lori, I'm coming to you. I wish Laura was here because I know she knows this story better than anybody, but I love you guys, and I love Zoe. Hi, Zoe.
This is Zoe.
Yeah. So tell us.
Yeah, Zoe was diagnosed with oral melanoma in September of 2019.
Yeah, and we have been helping you guys for a while, not just with her, but kind of tell us, what is the prognosis, diagnosis, long term?
Well, Zoe was only given, like maybe 6 months back then. She's been through the oral melanoma vaccine, and she has been through only 2 rounds of radiation because the radiation machine broke. And now she's been on a 1.5 years of oral chemo. And on Monday, we go for her 6-month chest x-ray. And they said that 76% was metastasis to her lungs and that she did not have a very good outlook.
Oh, and she's just the most gorgeous dog. I've met her. I think I've met her once or twice, Lori.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just the
Can't really see. She laid on her black blanket here, and then you helped us with Lucy, my lady there. She had mast cell and she passed away on Memorial Day.
Yeah.
But
that one was tough. I know. Your family has been through the ringer with cancer diagnosis, and that's why we always will help you, Lori. So I'm so sorry again that you're going through this again. It's no fun for sure.
Yeah, no, Zoe is a trooper beyond a trooper. She was a rescue, and she was only my foster, but she kind of refused to leave my home.
That's how we end up with all of them, right? All of the fosters.
Yeah. And then she was adopted out, and they came to pick her up, and she said, I'm not going. So I was supposed to bring her to them, and they said, well, I think Zoe's found her home. So she got her package back in October of 19. And there's her with her oncology team and everything. And they look forward to Zoe coming because she gives little tiny kisses, right? So can you give baby kisses? But we're thinking so positive for Monday with she gets her chest x-rays to make sure that nothing has gone to her lungs, which we're praying and hoping everything turns out fine. And she gets some additional blood work to make sure that her levels in her kidneys and her liver and everything else are where they're supposed to be. But we are so beyond thankful for you guys for helping us because so it means the world to me. See, so now she won't get up though, huh? But yeah, Zoe was up to like 110 pounds, but now she's down to 96, which they say is an acceptable weight for what she's been through and everything. So she's a big girl, but she's being lazy right now.
Yeah, I love her sweet face, and I know this has been such a long journey for you. So thanks for taking such good care of her. I'm not gonna cry. Woo!
Yeah, I mean, her and Lucy were inseparable. I never dealt with, oral melanoma. They were just like little clear bubbles, and we were just taking them off so she wouldn't wind up, breaking them open when she was chewing. Who would have thought?
Yeah, yeah.
So,
yeah, it's so hard. Well, we're here for you. I know that you know that. I know you talk to Laura and Deborah a lot, but I've met you a few times. I love you and your family. You guys always make it to events when you can, and I so appreciate that.
Well, we're so appreciative of you.
Thank you, Lori. Take care of our girl and give us an update after Monday.
I will. Thanks so much for all your help.
Awesome, Lori. Take care.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
All right, that's one of our longtime friends. It is really, really tough when you have a client, and they become our friends. I mean, Lori and her family really are our friends. It's really hard when you have to deal with cancer not only once but twice in the span of such a short amount of time. And like Lori said, they've been battling this for a while, and you just hope that she can keep going. I see you down there, Val. Let me get to you. So everybody I know knows this dog and loves this dog to death. So I'm going to bring in Val, who is the mom of, oh boy. Hey, Val, can you unmute for us?
There we go.
There you go. There you go.
There's moonshine.
I'm telling you right now, I'm not sure if there's another dog that we post that gets more comments or reactions, or like people just want more updates than this guy. But I know you and I met through Twitter, ironically, and the Live Like Roo Twitter page, which is actually rare. Like, I don't, a lot of people don't engage with us on Twitter, but I think you're in the media like I was in the media. So I think, you have you use it for that more than anything. So can you just, I know a lot of people know the story already, but can you kind of tell the story and then let us know where he is?
Yeah. So, as you can tell, he's a white boxer, and they have really sensitive skin. They're really prone to melanoma. A couple years ago, I found a little spot on his leg, and it was just, oh, it's okay, buddy. And I kept going to the vet, like, please can you look at this? And like, oh, it's just a sunspot, or oh, it's just, just a fungal thing. Spray some fungal cream on it, and it kept getting bigger and bigger, and it went from a spot like this big, to as you saw it, Sarah, like just bulging, and it really started getting huge probably in about May, and then from May to June it was just like doubling in size, and I finally took him to the vet just for his vaccines, because I'm like, I had asked him so many times, to look at it, and the vet finally, it was a different vet at this place, and she's like, oh, we're not doing vaccines today, we're gonna do some aspirates in here, and finally showed it attention, but it was too late at that point. Referred me to a specialist. We got it removed, but it ended up being a stage 3, was it histiocytoma? Which is the highest stage of it, where it is fatal. So it was growing back so rapidly that about a month later we had to get the amputation. Unfortunately, it has already spread through his abdomen. Sorry. So it's just, it's frustrating that, having them look at it when knowing it could have been prevented, but he's rocking this 3-legged life, and he's on his prednisone for life now. And, sorry, but I'm like just very grateful that you helped me out with both instances, and everybody that, helped him out. He's been with me since I had my first apartment and when I was pregnant. And so, I didn't think I was gonna get this emotional. But yeah, so he's doing really good right now. His nodules on his body are they're at bay right now because of the prednisone. But he's, he's rocking it right now. He's got a couple new spots towards the back by his other leg that aren't getting too out of control right now. But he's, he's hanging in there. He's doing good.
Yeah, and I think you and I, yeah, it's okay. I totally understand. I think you and I, originally you had started a GoFundMe. A lot of times when we see that people are actively, trying to fundraise, we go through all the applications, but we are a little bit more apt to help just because you've already tried, you've already given it what you can.
Yeah.
I think, you and I talked a lot about amputations, and I know that you were worried about it, and I have some experience with it, but you were so worried about how he would get around. And I remember you emailed me like a few days later and you're like, this is amazing, like he just knows how to get around with 3 legs.
Yeah, he was all drugged up after surgery. So I picked him up, put him on the couch, and he was just kind of, his eyes were low, kind of lower than they are in that picture. And I remember I started making like a snack or something on a friend over, and it was like all of a sudden all his medicine just like wore off. He was like, what? Food? And he got off the couch and started walking. I'm like, you just had surgery like 12 hours ago. So he got up for food and has not stopped since.
And that's when you kind of know that and just like our guest this morning said, once Ox started to play with the kids and in the yard, she kind of knew that he was feeling better. And you just your dog. Yeah, Kat had a dog actually that passed away from cancer too, that had an amputation, and her dog got around so great. She had a wagon for her and everything.
Oh, yeah, they adapt so quick, and he's just, and it's like I have my old dog back, right? Like but when the tumor started getting acute, I mean, it was really just, it was smelling, and he was just miserable. It's almost like he was just kind of not wanting to try anymore. And even the day of the surgery, when it was first getting removed, I had to force him to get off the couch to get him in the car. And it was just so draining. He'd lost 10 pounds within a couple months. And now he's like, getting into the trash again. And
yeah, that's when they're feeling better. That's for sure. So naughty.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us. I know I kind of asked you last minute, but I know how much people love him, and I know how much you appreciate our help. We did pay for a lot of his surgeries and for the amputation. And we can only do that again because of the people that donate. So thank you guys. You are looking at Val, and please know how grateful she is and how grateful we are. With a mug like that, you've got a fan club, and I'm sure people that'll donate all the time. So.
Yeah, it was amazing. Like, just to really see people rally together for someone that you love so much. And I was scared to ask you, a second time for help whenever he needed she's probably like, oh, it's Val again, but you were like up in arms. You're like, how's he doing? And you really, immediately went to get for help to get this paid for. And I'm just so grateful. And, whenever my life is back on track in my career, I'm just going to give as much as I can to the Live Like Crew Foundation. And I'm so grateful. And for everybody that donated, and it's amazing.
Awesome, Val. Thank you. We love people like that. And thank you for always sharing too on Twitter. Again, it's kind of a weird social media for us because we have followers, but we don't have like a crazy good following. But with the reach that you've been able to give us with your followers, I really appreciate it because it's a brand new audience. So thank you.
Oh, thank you.
All right, Val, happy Giving Tuesday. We appreciate you coming on. Take care. Bye, Moonshine.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, he is definitely a fan favorite. I love that dog so much. So we will keep our eye on him, and she checks in with me, or I bug her a lot actually about Moonshine too. So, okay. So I think now, okay, I'm actually going to play, I know we're at the top of the hour. Let me just double check here. I might replay some of the things. I have some breaking news right now. I'm probably going to cry. We just got another $10,000 match. Okay, Amy, I see you back there. So that would be a total of $25,000 in matches, which would get us to $50,000. So somebody save me. Okay, so another $10,000 match. We can do this. Okay, so right now I'm gonna go check and see where we are. All right, we are close to $13,000. Okay, so we've got some work to do, but we've got this. So please, everybody, share, do what you can. We've got amazing guests coming up, and I know that people want to hopefully open their wallets for this. So again, I can't thank the people that are matching donations enough. It means so much to us. So thank you to everybody that has already donated. Please share it if you can. This basically means that we would raise $50,000 today. Okay, we're good. Okay. I'm trying to get through this. Val, you kind of started this all, and then you left me. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. Okay, and I got a dog here actually that I think knows that I need a therapy dog. Jeff Newich, thank you, everybody. This is really nice. So we got this. We've got some work to do, but we've got time, and I'm not going off the air here until we figure this out. So I can't thank the people that are matching the donations enough. So I'm going to try to keep track as we go. I've got a little buddy here actually that's saving me right now. Mac is in his Christmas attire, ready to go. For those of you that don't know, this is Mac, my personal dog. He does not have cancer, but Duchess, who was on earlier today, does. She's our foster dog. But Mac, I think, heard me crying and came to save the day. So I so appreciate him. All right, Amy, I'm bringing you and Trixie in. Hello to my friends.
There we go. Hi there. How are you?
Hi. Good to see you. Thank you for saving me. I'm always very happy when somebody is in the back of the green room. But please, this is like, again, a dog that we've been helping for many years. Every time we have an event and I see Trixie, I'm so happy to see her. And Amy also shares with us the journeys. They go on a lot of road trips and such. So please tell us how she is and where we are and where is your next trip?
Well, this is little Trixie here and her little brother, Baxter. They're littermates. She was diagnosed last March with her cancer. She is now 14 years old, post 20 months since her initial diagnosis. She is a little fighter, happy-go-lucky. We just came back from Texas, and we are heading to Florida again here in a couple of weeks. So one of the things that was amazing for us with the Live Like Roo is, is she, finding the organization and Sarah and her support really compelled us to do kind of that Live Like Roo and just enjoy life. Yeah, so that's what we've been doing with her, and her brother's been tagging along with us. And so we've done some bucket list items, everything from her first time to a beach, ocean, seeing alligators. We've done a lot with her. And probably the most amazing thing was when we came back from Florida, Sarah and the Roo team had a stroller here for us, which you guys have no idea how much she needs it now. She used to do the huge long walks with us at all times, but she is now getting down to the point where she can really only get about half a mile to 3/4 of a mile in on a walk, which was amazing to have the stroller with us. We were in Texas last week because we did a family 5K, she was able to go along, and she rode in the stroller quite a bit. So that's just one of the many things that Sarah's done and the organization, and we're very blessed. She's just okay, mom. Like
I
you.
love her.
They
I
do.
love
They
her.
calm me down.
I love her so much. Yeah, they come to our cancer walk. This was one where it was a little bit warmer. It was chilly this year. But I think it's so awesome how you guys like really vacation around your animals. Like you make sure that they're part of it. These two dogs, I mean, people, every time that I see you, people flock to them because they're just so unique and they're so adorable. Like he looks just like a little lamb. And she's just got the best little personality. And yeah, I know that this has been a long cancer battle, and we have your back forever. I know that we've been over this before, but you guys are incredible. You always give back. You started a fundraiser for today, which I appreciate. You've done the ice cream social. You show up at our events. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And you being on here, 2 years in a row. It's a testament to the fight that you have too for her. So thank you so much.
Yeah. We appreciate everything too. And, like you said, we do as much as we can now, and who knows where the future will bring us with her and afterwards too. So we really do. I mean, it's been a blessing, and we appreciate everything.
Thank you, Amy, so much. I really appreciate it. And I'm sure I'll be talking to you soon. Anything you need, we got you. And believe me, a stroller is something we can do that's simple. But I know how meaningful it is to you. So I'm really glad that you said that. And for people that know, it's not always just giving a medical grant. Sometimes it could be a comfortable bed or a wagon or wheels or something that really can help a dog or cat or really any animal. But we love you, Amy. Take care and kiss those dogs for me. I love them so much.
Oh, love you. Thank you.
Take care. Another great family. Roof family is simply the best family. I feel so lucky to have people like them in our corner. It really is so meaningful to us. So just so everybody knows, right now, I'm going to just change this. So our total match right now is $25,000. So that's where we've got to get today. And I'm going to have to keep checking to see where we are, but we do have some work to do. I will tell you that. We were at about 12,000 when we started this. And that doesn't include all the Facebook donations. I can't see all of the fundraisers, such as if you put a donate button on the page, I can't see that. So there are some things that I can't see. I've not added Instagram yet. And I know like my Instagram donation page has some money on it. And I know some others do too. Anyway, I think the next guest is at like 5:15. Sorry, it's hard to do this with a dog when you're holding a dog. Okay, so Amy came on early. Awesome. 5:20. Okay, so I've got some time here. I'm going to play a little bit of what we did this morning. I want you guys to see what you missed if you were at work. So Nicole, Joe, and Deborah were on the road, basically giving out things and money and checks and fake checks, not fake checks, like a fake check, presentation check. And then I was on live with some people. So I wanted to share some of this because it was really a great morning.
About 2 weeks ago, I went back to VCA for his follow-up, and I was like in the lobby crying the entire time and had to go out because I was just afraid of what they would find. But the oncologist told me she had good news and that his tumor was gone and he was cancer-free.
Which, I mean, of course, this is a day where I always cry. Like, I want to cry. We funded for you $4,500. And I know, reading your story, I lost my brother to suicide, unfortunately, too. So, it touched my heart. Okay, we're crying. We're crying already. We're only in the pre-show. But Denny, I really appreciate it. We have already a $10,000 match. So, and I'm not gonna cry. I I gotta bring Tony or Michelle and Ricky in here quickly. I'm not gonna cry.
And lastly, we would like to award you with the refund for her surgery in the amount of $1,990. So this is for you. Thank you for rescuing. Obviously, that's our favorite type of breed, the rescue kind. And just know that you'll always have friends with us here at Live Like Roo. So happy Giving Tuesday.
No worries. Just don't try and cash that check.
There was a downtime for me in between before I knew you, and I was just like, man, what do I do? And this, once I found Roo, this gave me more of a purpose. And this, I'm just forever grateful. I'm honored. I can't wait to see where it leads to. And if I could just play a small part in spreading Roo and helping out even more animals, and at the end of my chapter, I can say I did my best, and I helped out a few dogs along the way. So
I'm going to erase that small part and make it a big part. We all know what Tony can do, the power of Tony.
We wanted to let you know that the foundation is going to cover all of your past cancer-related bills at Boulevard Vet, and we will be covering your cancer-related bills at VSC moving forward.
So much.
You're very, very welcome. Happy Giving Tuesday.
What do you think, Mandy?
Make sure that we get your bills for the food. We can definitely help with that going forward, because I know that can get expensive, the raw diet and whatever else you're ordering. Just let us know. I mean, that comes with our lifetime grant to you. So please send those bills to Deborah.
Thank you so much. I tell everybody that I know. I share your links on my Facebook page all the time. I'm like, look, you guys, these are the folks that.
And then also a big thank you to Furbo for donating us Furbos. We would like to give you one. So anytime you have to leave, you can keep an eye on the Lord here and toss him some treats when you're not home.
My goodness. Honey, what is this? He loves presents.
Clearly. Having to go through this with such a young dog that has kind of an old face is really tough. I'm so attached to her because of how attached to me she is. But okay, I'm not gonna cry. We're not crying, right? We're happy. Yeah, we're happy. We're raising money. Dogs like Duchess are the ones that we really want to help. I do actually would like to announce now that our goal for the end of 2022 is to give out $500,000. So we are very close to that number. In fact, I need to check where we are. But the donations today are going to help that. So in 2022, we will have given out $500,000, $500,000 to people that need us. And that is, it says so much about all of you that donate. It says so much about the people that we support that give back to us by sharing or coming on, like Sarah had just come on. $500,000 in 2022 is simply incredible. And when you look at the numbers from before the first year, and it's the first year, I didn't know what I was doing. I mean, I was using my own money to send out cancer care packages. So now, Karen, that's going to make me cry. Literally, that will make me cry. Okay, Karen, that's going to be the first real tears of the day. That means so much because I do take a lot of time to reply to everybody. And so does our social media team. So thank you. That does that really does mean a lot to me. Woo! That one is right to the heart. So thank you. It really does mean a lot. Okay. We're good. Number one priority is making sure that people know that they're loved and appreciated by Live Like Roo Foundation. And that I think that the board and the staff, we all really preach that, and we know that. We don't exist without you guys. I mean, and that's the truth. No organization exists without their supporters.
Smokey will always be a Roo dog. And I can't thank you enough. What you do for people and your heart and everybody that in your foundation that works with you, everybody's heart is just so big. And the gift that you give people is hope. It really is. It's hope. Whether it can save a dog or not save a dog, that's not really the point. The point is that helping people when they need it and giving them hope of, you know, a good outcome, a longer life than they would have had. Just time, like we had said before, time is the biggest thing.
We had recently found out almost 3 months ago that she has bladder cancer, and the vet gave us a month or two. So happy to.
But here
to
she
have her.
still is.
So, yeah. You know, I'm gonna cry.
So
That's what Giving
yeah,
Tuesdays about, crying.
But yeah, it's tough news. But you know, she lived a good life. We wanted to even just get through the summer because her favorite activity is sunbathing. But she got through the whole summer and still going now, and got to the birthday milestone. So everything's just kind of extra time right now. So we're excited to still have her around and still bossing me around and still loving life.
Laura, are you on like dial up over there? Or what's up with your signal? And it does not look. I'm going to unmute you. I did just get news that we have another match going into the afternoon. So that means we have a total match of $15,000 right now, which I'm going to cry. All right. So that was from earlier today when I was leaving the morning broadcast. Also, sorry, I needed to free up my hands. So Mac is just chilling here. I know it looks weird, but he likes to be against my skin. And instead of him jumping all over me, this is just easier. So when I was leaving the morning broadcast, the morning segments, that's when we had the 15. And like I said, we are now at 25,000. I'm going to cry just looking at that number. Shoot. I feel like Joanne, I see you back there with Harold. Every time you guys come on, I'm like losing it. And I need you guys to save me. So here they are again. But yeah, so we have a total match of $25,000 is what we're at right now. So we had a match this morning when I woke up of 10K. And then once we were signing off this morning, another $5,000 match came through. And now we have another $10,000 match coming through. So that would be today a total of $50,000 raised, which gets us to our main goal of this year. And that's giving out $500,000 in 2022, which is just, again, I'm crying too much. I gotta stop. But yeah, we are so thankful for all the donations coming in. I can't even tell you guys how much it means to me. Yeah, Mac is just hanging out, and he's much happier here than just hanging out on the couch. But yeah, I have some more guests lined up. So Joanne, if you guys are ready, I'm going to bring you in. Yay! There's my boy Harold. I love him so much. He's in his PJs again. Yay! I love it. And you're in your hoodie or your sweatshirt, which with my favorite logo. I love it. Oh, you guys are all swagged out. That's amazing. So this is unbelievable. This is Harold's third Giving Tuesday. I mean, just amazing. I think actually I have a clip. Let's see if I have a clip. Yeah, I have a clip from, I think this one is from last year. I want to play this actually, so hold on. We're going to give you some more money. That's what we're doing today. So I just texted her and I'm like, let's give her 3,000, but I think I'm going to give you 4,000 because oh my God. I have so many expenses, and it doesn't even put a hole in it. I know, but $4,000 for that amazing buddy, and for you for being just an amazing dog owner.
Thank you so much. I don't know what to say.
Oh. Those are the best when people don't know what to say, because it's a great video. And Joanne, I'm sure you've seen, I've used you in every trailer, every open, everything leading up to this, because it was such a special moment. But I know some people probably remember his story, but can you just tell the story again? Because I think it's amazing how much money you put into him for this diagnosis. And now 3 years later, here we are, and he's still alive. So you obviously are doing something right. So I would love for you to tell everybody.
Yeah, for sure. So we adopted Harold in July 2020, and within a couple months, found out that he had a salivary gland tumor. And so very early in our dog owning months, years, or time, we had to go through essentially a very invasive surgery. He now, his facial nerve is paralyzed, so he's not able to like fully move the right side of his mouth. And recovery from that was really tough. He was in the hospital for I think up to a week, just because they couldn't get the bleeding in the surgical site to stop. So that was really tough. And then after he recovered from his surgery, he had to go through 3 weeks of radiation. This was Monday through Friday for 3 weeks, and he went under every morning, and every day that he came home, he was, not in the right place and just very tired from the procedure. And so I went through all of that in the hopes of eliminating his cancer fully from his body, where it originated, which was the salivary gland. And so the first 6 months we had him was all of just medical procedures, recovery, getting him to a place where he could be out of the cone. He was in his cone for the first almost year, I think we had him. And then the March following that, the 6 months, which was, I think this was now like maybe 9 months since we had adopted him. And it was actually on my birthday. We found out that his cancer had metastasized. It was just the worst news that I could get on my birthday. And so it was really tough. And they had told us that he had 3 to 6 months prognosis wise to live likely. And chemo wouldn't necessarily help a whole lot. They gave him maybe an extra month, and that was like a 20. And so Peter and I, evaluating just all of the medical procedures that he already had gone through, we decided to, just let Harold live his life without having to go to the vet every day. And that was in March 2021. It's now November 2022, more than a year and a half out. And so he's lived way beyond his prognosis. And it was, every month that goes by is just incredible to be able to look back and say, all the money and time and energy that we put into giving Harold a bit more time was truly worth it. And now he is he does seem to be a bit on the decline. He's coughing a bit more and just has less energy. So it's been a rough month of just coming to terms with the fact that Harold's not going to live forever, but truly so grateful for the time that we've been able to have. A lot of it attributing to the funds and the support that Live Like Roo has provided for us. So we're all in for Live Like Roo and what you do, Sarah. It's incredible.
Yeah, and Joanna, I feel like a broken record, but I have a feeling I'm going to see him next year. That's my hope. But I know that you said he's declining, and what a testament to you making that really tough decision to say, we're going to just get through this. We're going to give him a bucket list. We're going to make him, live like Harold. We're going to give him everything and see where that goes. And I think you actually are an asset to a lot of people because you've experienced it. You've made that decision after not having a pet, right? This was your first dog.
First dog owner, first time dog owners.
I mean, that's just incredible to how many people that you can almost say, like, here's what we did and here's what happened. Was it the right decision? For you guys, it probably was, because he's so cute. Look at his tail. So I got to meet Harold last winter. He came to our little holiday pop-up, and he's just like the cutest thing. And everybody who knows me personally knows my love of hounds and beagles and bassets. So I just wanted to like squeeze him, and he was like, listen, I'm shopping, lady, leave me alone. But he was so cute in his pajamas. And thank you guys for sharing the story. I think it is so important for people to hear what you've been through and how you made that decision, especially as a first-time dog owner. I remember reading your first email and just being like, they spent how much? And I think, I was floored that you, as a first-time dog owner, were faced with those kinds of bills. And it was my honor and our honor to give you guys those funds. And we're here for you for anything else that you need, whether it's a hotel stay or another trip to Bosley's, which I know he loves Bosley's, a massage, anything he wants or you guys feel like you need when it's winding down. Please know that we're here. He's definitely a Roo dog for life, and you guys are stuck with us. As I say, every year you're in the Roo family. So thank you guys so much.
For sure. Appreciate just everything that you all have done, the funds, and like he got the package and he got the hotel stay, he got multiple massages, time at Bosley's. Like it's just been incredible. And I remember last year at the Roo shop, he got that pizza for the trash can.
He's such a hound, and that's why I love him. Like,
really is.
Every hound that we've had has been so bad, and I love. He might be sick, he might not feel well, but he's still gonna do hound-like things, which you gotta love for sure.
For sure.
All right, thank you guys. I love you, and thanks for coming to all our events and such, and always supporting us. I really appreciate it. I see you commenting on things, and Joanne, I know I bother you a lot in email, but I really, really appreciate you guys. And I can't agree more, Jenna. Harold is such an inspiration, and so are you guys for making that tough choice and sticking with it and literally giving him the best life that he's ever had, for sure.
Of course, we're all in with Live Like Roo. As much as you may come to us, we know we've come to you with so much. So just appreciate being a part of this. And just one thing about how you commented on the story that we've had and the experience and how we can share that. I don't remember if this was someone in the Live Like Roo support group specifically. It might have been, but we ended up connecting with someone who had a very similar story and challenge, and we were able to talk on a call with them for a while and just be able to share a bit of our experience. So I love that we can share this with folks here, and then even random folks that we come across in the dog cancer support groups.
Yeah. I mean, our cancer support group has gotten 3 mentions today. A few times it has been, somebody that's live with us or somebody that we've given money to that said, and the first thing I do when somebody says, Sarah, can you help me decide this? Or do you have advice for this? And I'm not a vet, so I don't want to do that. It makes me really nervous.
Yeah.
I send them to the support group because, again, that is not, our support group is not about vetting. We're not licensed veterinarians. We're not, but the people that have been through it, like you guys, so important to people. And even if it's not advice or not a question, just the support group is so great at helping people grieve or learn about something, and I so appreciate that group so much. And I remember when I created it, I was like, this is probably a bad idea. I'm worried people are going to be giving vet advice to somebody, or bad advice, or saying don't do chemo and do this, and that should really be an individual decision. And it's one of the best decisions I've made, and it's grown so much in the last 6 months. Even somebody put it on a cancer group, and it's just been incredible. Incredible to see it grow. So thank you for giving that advice. I know people really love that, and Amy remembers him thieving the pizza from the trash can. That's hilarious. Look at him back there. He's like, yeah, that was me. That was me. Oh, it's so sweet. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. I can't thank you enough. 3rd year in a row. I feel like maybe you can co-host with me next year, so I'm not tapping.
Might as well, right?
That would be amazing. But I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. All right.
Thank you so much.
All right. Take care. Again, their 3rd time on our Giving Tuesday show. Just incredible. I love Harold. Again, if you know me and my love for hounds, you know that he's got my whole heart. So they paid, wow. I mean, I can't remember the total number of bills they paid to try to get a good diagnosis, or bad. It was a bad diagnosis, but just brutal. Hey, Kaylee, are you all ready down there? All right, Kaylee, thank you. I think you are on Eastern time, if I'm correct. Yeah, so you are an hour early. So I appreciate you hanging out with me. But we are going to talk about Gracie. I got an email from you, I'm going to say a few weeks ago now.
I think it was about a month ago.
A month ago, yeah. And can you just tell us the story? And I know that you've been following Live Like Roo forever, so I'm really honored that you have committed to come on here. So please tell us a little bit about Gracie.
Okay. So Gracie's actually my parents' dog. I hope to have them on with me, but they're just not ready. It is a very sad story, and I'm trying to keep it together, so I'm sorry about that. So growing up, my parents both taught us the love of animals and taking care of them, and that animals are members of your family. They're not just a pet. And they always taught us from a very young age, like how to take care of animals. So everyone in my family just has a very deep love for their pets. So about 4 years ago, my parents lost their 15-year-old dog to heart disease. He fought a very brave battle, but he passed away. And, my mom was getting near retirement. My dad is disabled and not able to work. So they really felt lonely without a dog in the house. So everyone in my family has kind of gotten dogs from bad living situations, from shelters, rescues, things of that nature. So they started looking and they found Gracie. Gracie was a Jack Russell mix, and she she had a very bad start in life. She was abandoned with her siblings in a trash bag and was found on the side of the road. So my parents kind of fell in love with that story, and they adopted her immediately. Everyone just fell madly in love with her. She was just always so happy, so playful. She got along with everyone. She was just really part of the family. So Gracie had recently turned 4 back in October, and they took her to the vet. She got a clean bill of health, got her vaccines. Everything was great. That weekend, my mom noticed that her breath smelled really bad, and my dad made a comment that it smelled like infection. So they thought it was kind of strange, and a couple days went by and it was just getting worse. So they decided to just take her back and get her checked out. That was on a Monday, and the vet diagnosed her with tonsillitis, which I did not know dogs could even get. So that was kind of surprising, but they put her on some antibiotics. And after 2 or 3 days, she just wasn't seeming to get better. She was just really laying around, not feeling well. The antibiotics didn't seem to be working. So they went in that Wednesday, so a couple days after starting the antibiotics, and wanted some more testing done just to make sure that everything was okay. On Thursday, the vet called them and unfortunately told them that they had found a mass in her throat. It was so large that it was cutting off her air supply. And at that point, they said it was most likely not operable. My parents did have some blood work and some tests done just to see, what it was. And they expected to have that blood work back on Monday. And they were hoping that they could come up with a plan. And unfortunately, 3 days later on Sunday night, Gracie passed away. And I'm sorry. It was extremely difficult to watch. She kind of went from being, a 4-year-old dog that's playful and happy and can do all these things to, I went over to see her on Sunday morning and she couldn't even stand up, and she was bleeding from her mouth, and it was just really painful to watch. And I lost my dog last summer to a very similar condition. And my sister lost her dog earlier in the year. So we're all kind of going through just a really difficult time. As I said, our pets are our family members. So it's really hard when, you lose them, especially so suddenly. And there's really not a lot that can be done. So that is Gracie's story. And then after the fact, so my dad is disabled and unfortunately can't work. He kind of felt guilty that my mom was going to bear the burden of the expenses that they went through. So he kind of took it upon himself to try to find some resources. And unfortunately, a very, very bad person took advantage and skimmed them out of additional money that they really didn't have. So it's just been a really difficult time. And I've followed Live Like Roo since I found out about them first when you bailed Roo out of the shelter, and I just absolutely love what you guys do. You're just so, I remember very vividly I woke up one morning and I saw your post that Rue had passed, and I just remember laying in bed and crying because you're just you share everything with everybody, and we all kind of felt like Rue was part of our family too. And it's just been a very difficult time, but I really appreciate all that you guys do and the stories that you share, and the impacts that you make are just far reaching. And I hope you understand that everything that you do is just so meaningful, and we really appreciate you, Sarah, and your team.
Thank you, Kaylee. And of course I'm crying. I'm trying not to cry. But it means so much. I think you sent a picture too of kind of like a little memorial that your dad made,
Yeah.
or maybe you made for
My
your
sister
dad.
made it.
Yeah, just incredible. So again, it's really difficult to pay for something when a pet has already passed, but we're going to cover everything. So don't worry.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yeah, because I know there was a GoFundMe. I think you guys raised $70. We'll pay whatever. You sent me bills, I think, that were about $1,453. We'll pay that, no problem. So please let me know, and let me know what money was scammed out of you guys, and if I can help with that at all. But again, I appreciate people that have followed Rue since the beginning. I'm a mess now. It means so much to us. But yeah, we've got you. So please, I have all your bills already. I've seen them. I know that you sent them, but please just let me know the best way to get you the money, and I'll do that tomorrow. Okay?
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You have a visitor back there, I saw.
Yeah, it's my son.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Awesome. And then do you have pets now?
I do. I have 2 dogs that were both rescues. I have an Australian Shepherd mix and a American Bulldog mix. And my parents actually last weekend just got a puppy who's very similar to Gracie, and they named him Chase. And he's already, everybody's completely in love with him, and it will never fill the void that Gracie left, but it's definitely brought some smiles and some laughs to the family.
Good. And that's what matters. I know some people sometimes are like, oh, it's too soon to get a dog. It's never too soon to heal a heart. So Kaylee, we love you. I got you. Shoot me an email with however I can get you those funds, and I'll do that for you tomorrow. And thank you for being
so much.
such a loyal Live Like Rue follower. I really appreciate it, and you're one of our friends. So you're stuck.
Thank you so much.
All right. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
All right. I don't have tissues, and I don't have Ship here to get them for me. So he needs to come home soon so I can get some tissues. Becca and Simon and Scooter, and I'm not sure of the other dog's name. We are going to get to you very, very soon. And Laura is having issues with her signal, so it's going to probably just be me. I'm kind of, just going with it here. But yeah, Simon, Rebecca, and Scooter coming up. Dustin is supposed to be on with Presley in a bit. Sugar is coming up in about half an hour. I know that's going to be a fan favorite. Titan with Beth, and then Ella with Jenna. And Buddy and Lou will be on later. Lena and Marissa, John and Kiko. And then Candy with Molly from It's a Pity Rescue. He's our Gray Muzzle Foundation Fund dog who's incredible. And then Mike and Tina will be on with Morty to round out the night. Again, really important. We are trying to hit this $25,000 match. I know it seems overwhelming, but I know that we can do it. Here's the ways that you can donate. Venmo, Live Like Rue. Our website, livelikeroo.org. PayPal, livelikeroo@gmail.com. And then also medical at livelikeroo.org. Okay. I really need to go and get a Kleenex, so I just need you guys to pause for a second. Steve, you want to come say hi? Okay. I think we're good. I try not to blow my nose here. All right. Those are the ways to donate. And please, I know many of you have already donated, and I thank you sincerely, but please share the feed, share the stream, share any of our posts from today, share your personal stories. That's what touches people the most. Nicole, yes, Nicole, anytime you want to hop on, feel free. Nicole is our board member. She was out earlier today, though. I really appreciate them. Sherry loves to see me cry and then tells me to use my sleeve to blow my nose. I'm trying to be classy here, Sherry. I know that you don't roll like that. All right, no, I'm not going to go there. Becca, Simon, Scooter, and Gonzo, thank you for putting us in there. I appreciate it. I feel like I know you guys because I talk to Laura so much about you, and I see your names everywhere, and I remember seeing your glorious photo shoots that you guys have done, which are really straight out of a magazine. They're so gorgeous. But this is actually your second Roo dog now that has cancer that we've helped.
Yeah, this is Bunsen. We lost him at just a year. He was our first dog. We got him right after we got married, and I would say a month after he turned a year old,
After his birthday.
he just stopped eating. He had no energy. He was lethargic. We had a downstairs shower where he was able to just push aside the shower curtain and go sleep in the shower, and he was there all day long. He wanted to be by himself. And we took him to a specialist, and they did blood work, and he had a really high white blood cell count. And they determined that he, after some other tests, that he had lymphoma. Oh, there he is.
There's our boy.
And so he was, I mean, it was almost overnight from the way he turns, and it was too late to treat him. But my colleague at the time had benefited from Live Like Roo with his golden retriever Crash. And so he knew all about Live Like Roo and sent us that care package. And it was the last time that we saw Bunsen light up. I mean, he had his last good day the day he got that care package. And so Live Like Roo has always been close to us, and we've donated, and we made Live Like Roo our Smile Amazon beneficiary, and we would tell everybody about Live Like Roo. And then we got Scooter over here a little bit before we found our rescue mutt Gonzo in a shelter, and Scooter turned 5 in May. And then shortly after that, we started seeing those similar signs again. He used to be ravenous to the point where we had to put a slow feeder in his bowl. And then one day he just showed no interest in his kibble. And we had to, we tried changing his food, thinking maybe he was just bored because he didn't show any other signs. He had all his energy. He's a fetch maniac. And we tried changing his kibble, and he still he ate for a day and then lost interest in that. So we took him to the vet, and they started pointing towards similar signs, and they shaved his belly and did an ultrasound, and we kept hoping for anything that would point us to a different diagnosis, and sure enough, it was lymphoma. So lightning struck twice in our household, and we reached out to Live Like Roo, and they helped us out with his chemotherapy, and he's going through what's called LOPP, L-O-P-P treatment. He's just today got it's 12 treatments. Today would be 10.
9 or 10.
So he's almost done. He'll be done at the end of December. And he is in clinical remission. So the textbook definition, his lymph nodes are no longer swollen. He has his appetite. You can't tell right now because he had some fetch time today, but he's got all of his energy. Scooter, sit up, say hi.
He's tired. Chemo.
And he is, by all definitions, he's healthy. So we don't know once the chemotherapy ends what's going to happen, how long he's going to stay in remission, if we have the opportunity to repeat chemo, we just don't know. So in the meantime, while he's feeling good, we're doing as many bucket list things as we can. You shared that great picture right before Scooter started losing his hair. We had a little family photo shoot, and there he is. And we have been taking them on little weekend trips. We live in Orlando, Florida, so we went to St. Pete for a weekend and took him to the beach, and there was a doggy pool day at one of the local rec centers where they closed it to people and filled the pool with tennis balls and let the dogs go crazy. And we took him on a little sunset cruise around St. Pete. We found a little sailboat tour. And so we've been doing all those things, and we're going to go in a couple of weeks to Savannah, Georgia, just on a little road trip and walk around Savannah and see the Christmas lights and stuff. So we're doing as much as we can with him while he's feeling great. And we're able to do that, and he is feeling great because of Live Like Rue. And so we could not be more grateful to you and to what you do.
Yeah, when we heard lymphoma, we were terrified because last time there was nothing we could do, and not feeling powerlessness was really special because we thought, we mourned the day we heard. We thought life was over, but it wasn't, because we had the option of medical treatment this time, and it's just made all the difference in his life. Like, you wouldn't even know he's sick. We thought chemo was going to be like what it does to humans, and he's like, I think, more attentive and energetic than he was before the cancer. He has like this new lease on life that I wasn't anticipating, because we've seen what chemo does to humans, but he's just he loves it there. They, force feed him treats the whole time. So he gets to eat what he wants and just have this great life. So it's like a whole new lease on life for all of us, because everybody gets spoiled.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say, is that you guys could kind of like just be like totally depressed and sitting in the corner, but you are literally taking life by the horns and saying, let's go, and I love that. And I think, when you have a second animal with this very similar type of cancer, you could totally feel defeated, and that's kind of the epitome. Laura wrote to me, they're the epitome of Live Like Rue, because they go to breweries, they go to local events. I think you guys went to a dog park. There was like a little sign. Yeah,
We did a fundraiser for Live Like Rue after Bunsen. Our friends organized that for us after Bunsen died, for our first trip back to the dog park after he passed, because it was hard to go see our friends without him. So they did a wonderful raffle and organization and donated to Live Like Rue in Bunsen's memory, our first dog.
That's so incredible. And again, we're so thankful. Sometimes I don't even know how much is going on, outside of this world. And we get so much stuff emailed and stuff. And that is just incredible of your friends to do, the dog park friends. So I know we're continuing payments for you guys. And I really appreciate you coming on. If you need anything, even if it's something for a trip or anything, please let us know. I would love to keep continuing to follow Scooter's story, and obviously Gonzo there. But thank you guys. I know, again, I think it would be so easy to kind of just lay down and say, why us? And you are doing the exact opposite of that, which is the epitome of Live Like Rue. So thank you so much. And if we need to do another photo shoot, please let us know, because these turned out so gorgeous. I was saying to Laura, I'm like, I don't know who this photographer is, but also like these are like the perfect models for photos. They could not be more perfect. I love it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys. Love you, and you're part of the Rue family. Keep in touch, and please let us know anything that you need.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thanks for everything you do.
Awesome. Have a great night.
You too.
All right, bye. Another amazing family. I know Laura sends me a lot about what they're up to and the photo shoot pictures, and I really do love them. This is amazing that they had a raffle at a dog park for us. It's one of the first times I've seen that. I think it's just incredible. So thank you so much, Rebecca and Simon, for joining us. It means a lot. All right, we've got coming up. So Dustin had a little work meeting. So he is on his way. So he's going to join us a little bit later. 5:45 was them. Sugar and Lauren will be coming up at 6 o'clock. I might be looking at the wrong schedule. Oh yeah, Dustin will be here shortly, and then Sugar. Yeah, so we are actually a little bit ahead of schedule, which is very nice. I also wanted to play. This is a good time for me to play a little bit of I had Tony on this morning. So for those of you that follow us pretty religiously, Tony is simply incredible. He runs the Chicago Marathon, and for the past 2 or 3 years has basically fundraised for us. We were not part of the charity of the marathon, but he got us in this year. So we've got a marathon team. If you're interested in running in the marathon, I don't have the still anymore. Sorry, I deleted it, but you'll see it in this. Please contact us. But there's also a huge announcement in here that I want you guys to see. So I'm going to play the Tony segment from this morning. So Tony has been helping us since the days of Piglet, when I was tagged nonstop on a pity in a shelter in Chicago that had a gigantic mass on her. So Tony and I quickly connected. I was thankful that he saw my message, even though I think it went to your other messages. We basically saved her together. We found a foster, and Tony was, committed to her through the shelter days all the way to the end of her life. And unfortunately, she passed away. But Tony then fundraised for us and has been fundraising for us for the past 2.5 years or so. So you've probably raised close to $25,000. I would think I probably should have looked that number up.
No, I was thinking in my head, I was waiting. I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure the last 4 marathons, we added it all up, it's close to 25 grand. That's just me and my Facebook.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah. So Tony this year officially got us into the Chicago Marathon, which is simply incredible. We have filled all 5 of the spots that we were given, but we are to get 5 more spots coming up. We have kind of 2 people waiting for that. But if anybody's interested in running the marathon, I'm so incredibly grateful to him for getting us in there. It's hard for charities to get involved, but already, our team, and Tony's leading the team, has shown up, and we're so excited. So thank you, Tony, number 1, for that.
Oh, no, thank you. And shout out to Carl, who has been with me in my dog days since day 1. And I just took a simple phone call from me, and he knew all about you guys. And we got in, which is awesome. Yeah, there's 5 spots got filled already. We got 5 more. So to have potentially a team of 11 of us next October is just amazing. And the great thing about marathons that I tell people is I know I'm not going to win. I'm not going to win, but it's all about just running the streets of Chicago. And to me, it's like every year, it's like if you can help out 1 animal, because really, oh God, now you can't make me. Okay, see, she's trying to get me cry, people. She knows what, and my wife, my beautiful wife on the right, Stephanie, if you're watching, hi. Pig on the left. But that's the reason why I do it. I'm forever in debt to Sarah. I know the behind the scenes where every penny went to Piglet, and that's why I will always run for them. Just knowing that 1 dog gets helped, or now it's gerbils, hamsters, rabbits, cats. But I always feel like no kid should lose their best friend because the family can't afford it. Nobody should lose, if they're battling mental health, should lose their best friend because of money. So I will keep doing this until my legs fall off. And it's just great to know now that there's going to be potentially 10 other people running the streets of Chicago with me to help out even more animals. And I highly recommend it. If you've been itching to do it, fundraising, if you got people around you, they'll support you. People love to help out animals. You got a lot of time. It's next October. So don't think, you'll be ready. We'll help you get ready. Reach out to us if you want to be a part of the team. I guarantee you, once you do it once, you're going to want to do it every year. And to create a legacy where we have a route team every year that just keeps growing and growing will be amazing. So again, reach out to us. It's a blast. Chicago Marathon is probably one of the best marathons in the country you could run. The sites are awesome. You see dogs everywhere. I pet so many dogs on the way, especially when you're tired. You take the time to pet the dogs along the route. And they remind you of why you're doing it.
Yeah, and I will tell you guys right now, I'm not running it, but I can tell you that I'm already planning the party for everybody running it on the streets of Chicago, and I already have some dogs planned that are going to be there to help out. And I'm really excited about that part of it, is cheering you guys on, because I've not been able to do that because of work the past few years. I worked for NBC and we covered the marathon, so obviously not an option to be out there on the streets, but Tony, I remember seeing, I wish I had the video, I should have brought it, but I remember seeing the video of you hugging one of your kids. And I know that video went a little bit viral, but just that feeling of relief after a marathon is incredible. I can't even imagine.
Like I said, it's just, just see people donate. You realize that there's a lot of kindness in this world. Sometimes the world gets kind of crazy and we lose sight of that, but there are people who want to help. And every year I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to raise enough this year. And like every year and you just meet new people. It helps spread the word for Root too. There's so many people I've met just because their friend donated. They told them about Piglet. So many people get connected this way too. And it was cool. I think we have people not just from Illinois on the marathon team already. So it's even helping spread across the country. I think even Canada, I think we have a runner from.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're going out of the country now, which, it's limitless what we can do with this. So,
yeah, I'm so excited. And then just the other piece of news is I'm honored because Tony now is part of our staff. We're calling him a Rue ambassador, but he is so much a part of our team and has been for years. So this is just an official title, a way for us to give Tony a little bit back of what he's given us. So he will be a Rue ambassador. He's actually going to work on not just the marathon, but other things that we can do, whether it's Orange Theory where he works, whether it's Peloton races, that kind of thing. But Tony is going to be a huge asset to the staff. He's already a huge asset to what we do. So thank you, Tony. And I'm so excited. And I know I mentioned this to you. Our staff is already amazing, but I feel like just your energy and the ideas that you can bring is going to make us go and do things even better. So thank you.
No, thank you. It's a long story, but there was a downtime for me in between before I knew you. And I was just like, man, what do I do? And once I found Rue, this gave me more of a purpose. And I'm just forever grateful. I'm honored. I can't wait to see where it leads to. And if I could just play a small part in spreading Rue and helping out even more animals. And at the end of my chapter, I can say I did my best. And I helped out a few dogs along the way. So
I'm going to erase that small part and make it a big part because we all know what Tony can do, the power of Tony. So thank you, Tony. I know you're at work, and I appreciate. I know you got to get somewhere at 11, but I really appreciate you joining us today. If you want to hop on later tonight, we'll be here prime time. So, but thank you so much. You mean a lot to us, and I'm so excited to have you with us.
Thank you, and literally everybody watching, Sarah put so much into this. I've seen so much behind the scenes stuff, not just for Remy. For Piglet, you're going to get me crying, so I'm going to stop now. But thank you for all that you do, because I know your heart is 100% in this, and every penny goes right to those animals. So I can't thank you enough.
Thank you, Tony. Yes, and I will start to cry now. Thank you. And yeah, I know Janine just brought it up about writing everybody's name on the hat. That meant so much to people. I know you're in that support group that we have on Live Like Rue. That meant so much to them just to see the name on the hat. I mean, it was really, really special. So
it's an honor. It's always my honor. So I'm glad we get to continue that.
Okay, awesome, Tony. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you too, Sarah. Donate. Every little bit helps.
It does. That's right. Take care.
Take care.
So how lucky are we to have Tony on our staff now? I'm so thankful to him. He's so busy. He has 3 kids. He has 3 dogs. He has a crazy job there where he works crazy morning hours. It's just really incredible. And I'm so thankful to him. I'm seeing Beth there. Beth with Titan. Hi, Beth. We're going to get to you, Beth. Good to see you. I know we can't hear you yet, but we'll get there. So yeah, that was kind of some of the big news that we had today was that Tony's going to join our staff as an ambassador. And I know that Nicole is very excited about that. Hi, Nicole. Sorry, I just kind of pushed you in here, but I know you're excited.
No warning whatsoever.
Nicole had an adventurous morning. Nicole, I don't know if you saw, but I just kind of played back portions of the best of the morning. And I know you guys had quite the adventure visiting, 4 different animals that need us. So thanks so much for doing that.
Yeah, I mean, favorite day of the year by far, and was really, really happy to be able to get back on the road again. Obviously Krill and you and I have had a good time with that in the past, and to be able to do that today with Riley and Deb was brilliant. It was nothing short of brilliant. Of course, I'm going to tear up again. I've already had to wash my makeup off today because of all the tearing up that I did earlier. So I should not be on camera right now, but just to see people in person and be able to meet their dogs in person, you kind of forget what that's like. I know we've had some events since, we've been allowed to, but to go to people's homes and, someone handed us $100 check today. I mean, like, they're going through so much and spending so much money, and yet you know, they're still giving us so much money, and it goes full circle. And it was great to meet Kea and to meet Lord Stanley, that little guy. I've never seen a dog so excited before to receive the gifts, and in his bed. He was fantastic. And you know, then we moved on. We met London today with the fantastic Brendan, you know, the photographer that is just there for us all of the time. And to meet London and London's siblings, oh my goodness, what a brilliant morning. It was great to stop by Boulevard. Haven't been there in a while, so it was nice to see them in person and not be with a sick dog, seeing them. Yeah, it was a great day. So big shout out to Riley, who, you know, carted us around all over the place and carried all the things, and to Deb, who did a great job, you know, capturing it all. It was just really, really happy to be in person again.
Yeah, I know that we've really missed that. You and Laura and I did a road trip, I think in 2019. That was epic. I mean, I think that was in our promo. We went like 438 miles or something, and then ended up at the new Rue office. It was just awesome. All right, Nick, if you want to hang out, that's great. Kara, I see you there. Thanks for being here. Sugar's coming up, but I'm going to bring in Beth and Titan. Beth, are you ready down there? Sweet. Yeah, you just need to unmute.
Yes.
Oh, jeez. Titan, I already love you, buddy. You got your bandana on, which is simply incredible. Beth, so yeah, I think initially you had reached out to our medical team, and then I think you and I had spoken a few times. So I would love for you to tell us the story of Titan, because I think it's simply amazing what he does for your son, and I would love for you to share it with everybody.
Oh, sure. We'd be happy to. So this is Frank in the background here. He has severe and profound developmental disability. Titan, come here. And he came down with a seizure condition back in 2012. He was diagnosed with a real serious seizure condition called Lennox-Gastaut syndrome. And we had read something in the paper about a service dog in the next town over that was able to diagnose seizures. And we, you know, were pretty intrigued by it. So we reached out to Four Paws for Ability in Ohio, and we got on their list. And I think in 2018, we got Titan for Frank. And Frankie has a sub-diagnosis of autism. So Titan's trained in search and rescue, seizure detection, behavior disruption, and I'm forgetting one. Mobility, the biggest one, yeah. So Titan used to go to school with Frank on the school bus, and his teacher was phenomenal of being so supportive and getting that all coordinated for us. So he went to Frank's transition program for 4 years, rode the school bus to school with Frank, and worked, you know, on mobility and a lot of things at school with him. And now he just helps around Frank go into the community, because Frank graduated that program in 2020. And now Frank's at a day program for special needs young adults. So we bring Titan there, and he visits with the students, and he enjoys it. So, but since having cancer, he's kind of semi-retired. But he's a good boy. Right?
Yeah. So when you wrote to us, I know you know, you're kind of seeing what else can be done after the chemo, because you can't afford the next round of chemo, but you also want to just see if there's some other options. So kind of just tell us where you are now with this diagnosis and what you're trying to decide.
Yeah. So this diagnosis really hit us like a ton of bricks. You know, we took him to the vet the end of August after returning home from vacation, and it's suddenly diagnosed with T-cell lymphoma, which is like the worst kind that you could have. And so now we've been getting the CHOP protocol.
and he finishes that the end of February. He's doing really well on it, and we're starting to just talk with the doctors about, you know, what happens after that, and looking at we changed his dog food, you know, to a higher protein senior diet, really watching the carbs and just trying to do things that might be a little more affordable and healthier than chemo, because chemo is very expensive, and you can actually, they get toxic from it too. So like, yeah, you could keep doing chemo, but at some point their bodies are going to be toxic to it. So we're just hoping that once he's finished with the regimen that we will have a little bit of time before it comes back again, because it definitely will come back based on the science. But we're hoping for a miracle, and he's doing really well now. So
We're enjoying.
Yeah, we're enjoying every day.
Yeah, I have a feeling that people are going to want to follow him. Does he have like a social media account or anything, or we can update people? He's just, you can tell he's so special. But does he have Instagram or anything?
Well, we have a Facebook page that I set up for Frank and Titan when we got him, and it's called Adventures of Frank and Titan, the Service Dog, and they're on Facebook. I made it a public page so they can find us, and I haven't posted too much, you know, until he got cancer, and now I just try to keep everybody updated on how he's doing and stuff that we're learning. You know, we just found a new veterinary center in Charlotte area, and it was exponentially cheaper than the care we were getting here in Illinois, which was a blessing, because when we go down there to see family, we can continue his treatment and save a little money. But so I'm trying to just, you know, share what we're learning on our journey to help other families, and just show everybody how he's doing. So.
Yeah, and I imagine for you, you know, finding a dog like that for your son, who really, that dog could be the difference between life and death. It's probably really hard.
Yeah, it hasn't hit me yet. I'm, you know, being a caretaker for my son, the main one. I just, you know, I wake up and I just do what has to be done, and kind of doing the same thing for Titan. I don't know if it has set in with me yet, but I'm hopeful for a miracle, and I'm just doing everything we can for him right now. So, yeah.
Well, I know you weren't expecting this, but we're going to give you $2,000.
Oh my gosh. Thank you.
Yeah, I know that
Aw.
you can't afford any more chemo, but you also want to look for different routes, and we looked through your bills, and you know, I think that it would be fair to give you that amount to see what else you can do. I see his tail wagging, so I'm wondering if he knows.
Yay. So thank you. Thank you. We really appreciate that. You guys have been fantastic on this journey, and just so much support from the foundation and all the families. It's
Yeah.
great just to know we're not alone in this journey, you know.
Yeah, and I have a feeling too. You know, we're gonna do a special little fundraiser for him, just because, you know, he is such a remarkable dog, and what he does is so important to you. So you know, if you need anything else in the future, please let us know.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate you guys.
You're welcome. It was nice to meet you guys. I'm like in love with him, so I'll be liking the Facebook page, and we'll be sure to share him and try to raise more funds. But thank you guys so much for sharing the story.
Thank you. Hopefully, maybe we can come to Chicago and meet you guys too.
Oh, we should have like a little party for him. That would be amazing.
That
I
would be
hear
great.
our fund director shaking her head yes back in the
We'll ride the Metro down.
Yeah, people would love to meet him. I can just tell I'm like obsessed with him. So thank you guys so much. We appreciate you coming on and sharing the story.
Thank you so much.
All
God
right,
bless.
take
Take
care.
care.
I'll be in touch.
Alrighty, bye. Thanks
Bye.
again.
Yeah. Oh, those stories. I was getting choked up, and what a strong person Beth is. She just got right through that with no problem. I'm sure she's felt and seen a lot worse. So thank you so much to Beth and her family for sharing that story. Wow. What an incredible dog. Kara, I'm bringing you in. You ready? Unmute, please. There she is. She's like, Kara's like a professional at this. I mean, let's be real. Last time we were on like all evening together.
All day.
You were like tallying for me, and it was awesome.
That was a fun day.
Yeah, it was really fun. Now I don't know if I do need to do one piece of business really quick. I have forgotten that we have 25 Furbos to give out. So Nicole has given out 4 today, Nicole, Riley, and Deborah. So anybody that's a guest on here today is also getting a Furbo. So all of the guests have animals, with cancer. So now they can basically, you can check in on your pet. We have one. And what we've done is John Shipman, whatever, I shouldn't have said his whole name. John, my husband, who I call Ship, put his voice onto the Furbo so that when we hit the treat launcher, it says, "Hi, Steve-O, here's a treat," in Ship's voice, and boom, the treat comes out. I mean, technology, but these things are these are amazing. They donated 25 of these to us for Giving Tuesday. So I wanted to say thank you. And each guest, I keep forgetting to give them to them. Nicole did a brilliant job this morning of saying, and here from Furbo is and I'm not doing that. So everybody that's on today is getting one of these. So I'm sorry to be remiss in that. And now, are you ready, Lauren? Lauren, I did not know that Antonio was going to be here.
We weren't sure if he was going to make it. We weren't sure when he was going to be home from work. So I'm excited. He's going to be here this year. So if you haven't met Antonio, this is Sarah and Kara.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
The man, the myth, the legend, Antonio. I just saw a beautiful picture of you guys at some ball.
Yeah, we went to the military ball last weekend.
It was a great time.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
You both looked gorgeous. So
thank
you.
Amazing. But it's not about you two. It's about Sugar. So is she awake or what? She's snoozing again?
I just got her to eat her dinner. She didn't want her breakfast today. So she's here. Shuggies. Here, I got a peanut butter cup. You say hi?
Oh, there we go.
Oh, she's wearing her Roo jammies. Oh, you guys all are wearing your Roo jammies.
She's got on her collar. Oh yeah, we've all got on our jammies, but she's got on her collar that Sarah sent us in the mail too. I ate Santa's cookies.
I love that. So Lauren, I know this has been also a long journey for you too. I mean, it's just crazy. I wish I should have snagged her pictures from Animal Control, but instead we've got this happy picture, which I absolutely adore.
Aww.
From her party. So for those of you that don't know, Lauren was local in Chicago, and Sugar actually came from Chicago Animal Care and Control. And Lauren ended up basically adopting her. And unfortunately, when she was rescued, she had, tons of masses. She still has tons of masses. I was actually, I think, at her first vet appointment when they let us take her out of Animal Control to see a vet, which is it's really unheard of. But it was so nice they let us do that because they knew she was a hot mess. But kind of tell us, I mean, and that was, what year was that, Lauren? Every time I know I forget these years. So my brain is.
It was 2019. I can't believe this. Now I'm going to cry because, she came to live with me December 16th of 2019. So almost 3 years ago.
Which is insane. And it was basically, we were like, oh, she's hospice. Like there's no.
Yeah, they told me this dog has 6 months to live. She'd be a short-term commitment. Could you help her? And I was like, yes, if she gets along with my cat, yes, 100%. And, here we are 3 years later.
I mean, just incredible. So kind of bring us up to speed. So Lauren recently, so everybody knows she recently moved from Chicago. So unfortunately, we don't get to see her as much, but we did. She came to a lot of our events. Kara massaged Sugar on the regular. So I know that you're missing that for sure.
Yes, 2 years ago, you guys gifted us that lifetime massage therapy sessions. I cannot believe it's been 2 years.
That's seriously, Kara, doesn't that feel like a few months ago? It's crazy.
Yeah, it does. But I've been lucky to have lots of Sugar quality time, and I love everyone. And even though they're not here anyways, we still squeeze in virtual sessions, which is selfish of me, just because I don't want to gift her to any other therapist. So those
No,
are
it's
a lot of
good
fun.
because Kara actually, before we left Chicago, we had a couple of planning sessions where she gave me instructional, the basics, and she said, let's still do virtual, but this way, you know more about what you're doing instead of me trying to explain to you all in video. So we had a couple of learning sessions where I learned how to give Shuggies her massages, which help her tremendously. Kara can attest, after her massages, she runs down the hallway, bouncing around her little sideways sprint. So they really do help her, especially we discovered this summer when she got her x-rays done when we were at Veg that she has pretty bad arthritis. And I knew she had arthritis, but I hadn't actually seen, the x-rays of it, and seeing that kind of, made it more real for me, where I felt like, okay, we really need to prioritize not putting her on the stairs, having her bed on the ground and her not having to climb up places. So we've restricted access to the couch and bed. I just don't want her to hurt herself trying to get up and down, but she has plenty of, comfy places to lay on the floor. Peach is going to make an appearance per usual. She loves Kara. She also begs Kara for massages. So that's kind of where we're at. We also found out this summer when she was at her emergency stay at Veg that her cancer has spread to her lungs. So she does have nodules in her lungs now. And she started this kind of persistent cough. She coughs probably once an hour. But most days she acts fine. I had a little episode where I called Dr. Chen and I was like, I just don't know how she's doing, because her coughing has started to become a little more common. And so, Dr. Chen told me, she's like, just get her x-rayed and we'll go from there. But she was like, really at the end of the day, what's it going to change about how you treat sugar or how, you go about life? And so I've kind of held on to that as I wouldn't do anything different, so no matter what's in there, we're going to keep living every day like it's a party, which we really have embodied that since day one of her coming to stay with me. Everyone's like, she's so spoiled, she gets treats and this and that, and you never know what moment's going to be your last. So we just try to really live every day like Rue.
Yeah, I love that. And I noticed too, Lauren, you've been taking her hiking a lot, which I think is so good for her. I know it's probably good for you. And after you living in kind of a city, apartment condo, I don't know where you live now, but it seems like you've got more space around you to kind of walk around.
There's a lot of uninhabited land around here. But Shuggies is so funny because our new neighborhood has sidewalks and she will not take the sidewalks. She would rather, like, the sidewalks are carved out where it's flat and nice, and she would rather go straight up the hill, to the bushes and roll in the grass. And I love to see that because that means that, that she's feeling good. Otherwise she would just go outside, do her business and want to come back in. But she really still has like that adventurous spirit. Where are you going?
I love it. So Antonio, quick question for you. I don't know when you met Lauren. When did you guys meet? Did you already have sugar or no?
Yeah, we met in the summer of 2020.
Yeah, she knows a little better than I do, probably.
So I had Shuggies for about 6 months at that point.
Yep.
So Antonio, how much do you love her now at this point? Or are you like, oh man, I thought she was going to be gone a while ago?
Oh,
No, it's nothing like that. We've definitely grown on each other as we've kind of lived together now, and it's all coming together. She's adjusting to the move as well, and as well as Lauren. So
that's good.
It's really cute. Whenever he gets home, we have to tell her, her coughing kind of comes when she gets excited, which is when there's food around or when one of us gets home, she gets really excited. So every day when he gets home from work, she kind of gets herself worked up and she's so happy to see him. She starts coughing and we have to, our new phrase is, just take it easy. So just getting her to calm down, and that usually, subsides the coughing.
That's so sweet, though, how she gets excited to see you guys. I love it. Well, I feel like what we should do, and Kara will help you guys out, is you need to get a photo shoot in these matching PJs. I think we should get them for the cat, too.
We do. I was trying to figure out how we could get Peach in one. I think I'll wrap her in the Live Like Rue bandana. I'll make a little shirt out of it.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's a
Yeah,
good idea.
since we don't have them that small.
Yeah, we need a cat-sized PJ because I feel like those would be amazing. I'm sure cats love to wear clothes too.
I agree, but I feel like they would need like an expandable zipper or something.
Totally. Well, Kara, thank you for continuing the massages and everything. We appreciate that. Lauren, as you know, she's a Rue dog for life. It could be 2 more years. We hope it is, but sorry, she's got that cough, and I'm so thankful that Dr. Chen you have her on speed dial. I know, that is the vet that we love at Boulevard that knows sugar inside and out, and it's just great to have that resource. So thank you, Dr. Chen at Boulevard Vet. We appreciate that.
Absolutely. And also Dr. Chen was so key in helping us find a new vet when we were moving here. I looked through several, pages of vets that are within, 20-mile radius. And I sent her my top 3 and she gave me hands down, which vet I should be going to. And so that also made me feel good about transferring Sugar's care here, 800 miles away or so. So Dr. Chen has always just been such a blessing in our lives, really.
Yeah, she's simply amazing. I'm so glad that she's in Live Like Rue's corner. We're so lucky to have Boulevard as a partner, and it's just such an amazing team. Like I said earlier today, from the front desk staff to the techs to the vets to the owner. I mean, they're all great. So thank you guys. Happy holidays. Lauren, if you come back to town, make sure that you tell us.
I will. I think we're planning a little road trip around, so once I know the dates, I will for sure let you guys know, because I know Shuggies has got some people that on her list to see. So
that would be
you guys are on the list. So
that would be amazing.
Thanks for having us. We really appreciate Live Like Rue. I couldn't have done any of this without you guys, and I'm just so lucky to have her. She's the best dog.
I just love how it all worked out. It is really special. I remember still meeting Stephanie from Animal Control that day at the vet and just looking at her and being like, oh man, this is brutal. But wow, she's a trooper. She's the epitome of what we do too. So.
Yeah, I'm just gonna chime in. Her hotel stay was one of my favorites. Just because she
that was almost 3 years ago.
What's that?
I said that was almost 3 years ago in February.
3 years ago, and she went to the hotel we put her at, had like a happy hour for the guests every day, and Lauren had her in her donut jammies, and she just went around to everyone. She crashed a wedding party, and like she was so beloved by everyone in that hotel lobby. It was the best thing to see, and she just captures everyone's heart, and so it's so great that she's continuing to spread the love all this time later. So
she really does, and I'll just say she's one of those dogs that if you don't like her or if you don't like dogs, like Sugar doesn't accept that as an answer or anything. She will continue to try to win you over until she does, and she wins everyone over. Everybody loves Sugar. She's even in our new neighborhood, everybody's like, she's the coolest dog, and I'm like, I know. I know. I have the coolest dog.
I love it. And she, again, we've been speaking today about ambassadors for the breed. Like, she's right up there because, like you said, if you give her stink eye, she's coming with her butt for sure.
She's gonna knock you over with her wiggly butt.
Yeah. All right, Antonio, so nice to meet you. Welcome to the Live Like Rue family. You're stuck with us, so we love you just as much as Lauren. So thank you for hanging out with us in your matching PJs. By the way, was that Ship would not do that? He would not sit there with me in matching PJs. So was that an easy sell?
Oh yeah. So last year when we came to the holiday bazaar, Sarah would not let me buy the pajamas, and I was like, I'm buying the pajamas, and then I bought one behind her back, and I got a pair for him too, so we could have matching. We just pair it with our Live Like Rue sweatshirt. So we also wear our matching sweatshirts. Sometimes we've worn them flying together, and
I love it. It's
wear it all around.
You guys are the greatest marketing team ever for us, so I appreciate it. All right, love you guys. Happy holidays. Please keep in touch. Let us know anything you need. All right.
Okay.
Bye.
We love you. Thanks for having us.
Yes, of course. All right, Kara, that was awesome. Thank you. Oh, I forgot to tell them that they get a Furbo. Lou, I see you. I'm getting to you, Lou. You're up next. Lou, you're going to get a Furbo for Buddy. That's awesome. Yeah. Kara, if you want to hang out, I'll be back to you shortly. Oh,
yes, I'll hang out in the back.
Look who's by the way, look who's watching. There's no shot that Chip would wear matching PJs. I mean, we all know that. Although maybe he would. If they're like those cool Rue PJs, I feel like you can't go wrong. But if they were like striped Old Navy, maybe not. Anyway, we're totally off the rails. Which at this time of night, Kara, that's normal, right? It's normal.
Off the rails.
Par for the course. And Riley says no shot. All right. All right, Kara, I will see you soon. I'm bringing in Deborah. You coming in? Deborah's coming in. And Lou, are you ready for us?
Hey, yes.
Hi, so good to see you. This is going to be hard, everybody. This one's going to be tough. So just be ready for this. Yeah. And I have like one tissue here. So unfortunately we got some bad news about Buddy this week. I'm going to, Lou, if you feel like you can do it, if you want to kind of update everybody on his prognosis now and where we are.
Ooh, well, this is a lot earlier than I thought. My goodness.
I know, I'm sorry.
Well, there's the little guy. Come here, Bubba. Come here. Oh, there's a. There's Baby with the kisses.
Oh.
Come here. Come sit down. But he was doing great. Still is. Still, I don't think. Thankfully, he doesn't know what's going on. He just thinks that life just got a lot better. He has a lot more people to love on him now, and treats and squirrels, and so that's what his life now. But we got the news this week that a couple of his lymph nodes are enlarged again, so he's, I guess, kind of out of remission, and it's just a little concerning because it's in the middle of treatment. So we're like, well, so what does that mean? But they mentioned last week when he went in for chemo that they would, I guess, for CHOP week 1 and week 3 is the same drug. I guess it's vincristine is what it's called. From the little that I've been trying to understand how this thing works. But they said that they would train. So this Thursday, he goes in for that week 3 of the cycle. And then he was supposed to get vincristine again. And I think, or the vet thinks that's what he got resistant to. And that might have been why the lymph nodes are enlarged again. So he's just going to, they're just going to try to do a kind of different drug, but in the same family called vinblastine. And I'm definitely messing up the name, but it's something like that. That hopefully he can, I guess, react well to that again and go back into remission. So fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed. And sorry, I did kind of jump the gun. I was like, let's just get this bad news.
I know.
But I do want to replay the day that I surprised you. We surprised you because it was your reactions were just incredible. I'm sure you've seen all the videos that I've been sharing with your reaction.
I can't tell you how long that night we were talking about, and we're like, we walked to Buddy right after that, and we're like, what? No. What?
I was just sitting in the waiting room, like waiting for you guys to let me in, and apparently I hit the wrong button. And then Sarah was like, "Where were you?" I'm like, "I was there."
And you're the one that helped us.
I know, like I missed the whole thing. And she texted it to me, and then I was like bawling.
Yeah, it was. We couldn't believe it. I mean, we couldn't, like, this is God. This is God in shape of Sarah. Yeah, God, this is ridiculous. It's crazy. And that's all the words we could come out. We're like, this is crazy. This is crazy.
Yeah.
We couldn't believe it. I mean, we still can't.
Yeah. So for those of you that missed it, I do want to play it. I do have the video here. So Lou, you're gonna have to relive it one more time. But I do want, because it's such a genuine moment, I do want people to see it. And then we can chat a little bit about it.
I don't look like that every day. I didn't know this was gonna be a thing.
Oh no, you're gorgeous. You're absolutely gorgeous. Here we go. So I know you have about $1,200 in bills. We're gonna cover that fully.
Wow.
And then we got all the chemo. Everything he needs, we got.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Thank you so much.
Are you kidding me?
No.
That's actually way more than we were expecting. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Buddy is a Roo dog now. I'm not saying Lou's got to move back into the apartment without you, but it's an option to not have to live with your friends, and we can cover everything. But I'm so sorry you're going through this. It really touches my heart, but we got you guys. So Plus your bills. I already have some of them, and we'll reimburse you fully. Okay.
Oh my god, that is insane.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
That one is really hard to watch. I see all of us crying. Poor Jenna back there in the green room is losing it too. So yeah. So just a little bit of backstory. So Ethan is in the Navy, and Buddy got the diagnosis. What was it, Lou? A few weeks before he was leaving, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was leaving, and they pretty much picked up and moved out of their apartment to be able to afford care for Buddy. And when Deborah saw that application, she flagged it and said, Sarah, can we help them? And of course, we did. Ethan has since left. I got an amazing email from him, Lou, a few weeks ago. I think I told you he had a picture of him and his crew, and wherever he is, I can't remember, but it was just, he said, I think about you guys every day. I was like, you're in the Navy, you've got so much to worry about, but I know his heart and soul is that dog and you, obviously. But I know you've been able to talk to him, which is amazing. Can you kind of just tell us, how he is and what's the latest?
Yeah, absolutely. So he's currently in Japan. Oh, there he is. So he's currently in Japan. I think I might have a good photo he just sent me not too long ago. I'll try to find it, but he is in Japan and is going to be there, I think, until April if it doesn't get extended any longer. But every time we FaceTime, and he's 14 hours ahead, so it's a little bit hard to talk, but we either FaceTime, we'll try to talk at night when I'm going to bed, or FaceTime when he's waking up, or when I'm waking up, so he's going to bed. So it's kind of opposite schedules. But he's doing good. He's enjoying deployment as much as he can. But all I do is have pictures. We don't have kids yet, so all we do is take pictures of Buddy or take videos of Buddy. So he gets those every day. And and it was sweet. The other day he said, I wake up every day and I'm like, I'm so thankful for you and Buddy, and I'm thankful that that's who I get to get home to. So we just really miss him, but we're hoping that Buddy makes it until at least he gets back. So we're hopeful. Hopefully this treatment kicks back in and we'll make it for a lot longer than 6 months.
Yeah, and Lou, for you, I'm gonna lose it. Okay, we're good.
Here's an updated photo. I don't know if you can see that.
Okay, thanks. This helps. Oh, wow. That's amazing. That's so amazing.
Yeah, so he liked it. Thinks Japan is super cool. Japanese people are probably the most clean people he's ever met in his life. Everything's so clean and organized. And it's funny he says that too, because I guess now with the World Cup, I keep seeing all the pictures of all the Japanese people, cleaning up the stadium and doing all these things. So he's loving the culture. Is amazing. It just, I feel bad that he's missing out on this time with Buddy, but I'm getting double the cuddles, so I'm not complaining.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to ask you before I broke down there. How difficult is this for you? Because you're obviously really missing Ethan, but then you have, and I know we talked about this before, but you're also dealing with a sick dog who doesn't really act sick, but that he is sick. I love that he's got his tail in your face. But how hard is that for you to be going through that without your partner Ethan?
Yeah, I thought I was doing okay until we got the out of remission news, and it just took me way back to where we were when we first found out, and I was just bawling. And I drove home to Georgia this past weekend for Thanksgiving to see my family and whatnot. And I drove so I could take Buddy with me, because now he just goes anywhere. And if I'm invited to dinner, Buddy has to be invited to dinner because we're not spending any time apart. So if you invite me, you got to know that Buddy's coming too. And he's a trooper because he hates the car, but he'll go with it so he can go see Ethan's parents. He absolutely loves his parents and spending time on their house. But it's harder, and it seems like time is slowing down a little now. It seems like the first month when Ethan was gone it kind of went fast, and I don't know if I just had like things to do or errands to run, and I stayed busy. And now it just seems like I've been stuck that he's been gone a month and a half and a month and a half and a month and a half, and it just seems like it's been that for 3 months now, even though it hasn't. So, and I think getting the news about Buddy going back or out of remission on this past week on Wednesday, that really set me back a little bit. But I think I took the weekend, cried it all I could cry, and I'm like, you know what, back to fighting, back to moving on. I actually rewatched the video that you had posted from when we first talked, And reminded me that everybody, Ethan was saying how we are a fighting family, and he's in the military. So I'm like, you know what, we're doing this, and we're praying, and we have everybody and their mother praying too, and hopefully we'll beat this thing if best case scenario, and if not, we're just gonna enjoy while he's here because he's here. So we're just gonna do that.
I love that sentiment so much. Again, like the epitome of live like Rue. So thanks, Lou, for sharing that. I know it's hard. I messaged you, I think yesterday or the day before, and just said, if you're not feeling it, I totally understand. And you said, nope, we're giving back. You guys have given us so much. So yeah, we've paid for Buddy's chemo, and we've been started to pay for his food just to help him out. And again, anything we can do for you, Lou, please let us know. We're definitely here for you, especially with Ethan gone. I think it's so important to have the support of the Rue family when you need us the most. So
thank you from the bottom of our hearts, and I'm pretty sure I speak for Ethan too. This is so beyond that we could have ever imagined. I mean, when we were reading on the website or trying to apply for stuff, we're like, oh, we can get $500 off of a week, or anything. We'll figure it out. We'll as we go. And when you told us the news, and still helping, and not just that, but I think the emotional side of it too. All the letters I got, I was shocked. And the Buddy got his first piece of mail to begin with because it was on his name. So I was excited and I was crying. And Buddy didn't know what was going on, but he got treats. So, he liked that. But it's amazing, just the whole thing. It's not even just the financial support, which obviously is the biggest piece, but just the emotional support too, and seeing how Ethan is gone for the time being, and it's helped so much. We still live with our friends. Thank God they took us in and they let us stay. So thankful for them, and thankful for everybody that's just kind of chipping in however they can. It's incredible. Like we don't have any words.
Yeah, I mean the TikTok and the posts that we made with that, people were just really obsessed with him, and I know they really care about you, and they really care about Ethan, and they really care about Buddy. So please, Lou, you do a great job of keeping me updated. So please keep doing that. We so appreciate it, and we love you, and we're here for you. And please just reach out to Deborah and I with anything that you need.
Yeah, no, it's so good to put a face to the name, Deborah. Thank you. I know I email you all the time, and I try to
I made it.
going on. So thank you for everything. It's seriously, I don't know how it's not God. It has to be.
I'm glad I got in here and got to see you guys. So
yes, thank you. I'm trying to get Buddy in here.
All right, Lou, did I send you PJs yet for him?
For Buddy?
Yeah.
What?
I'm gonna give you some holiday PJs for him, and then
stop.
all you're gonna get is like matching bottoms.
That is so good. Oh my God, we're gonna have to do Christmas photos or something.
Yes, we will do that. But I'll get those to you. It's the least we can do. And also I'm getting you a Furbo. So this is
so cool. Is that the little?
You can watch him. Yeah, it spits out treats. You can put your voice in here. That's what we do.
That is amazing.
It's my husband's voice because our dog is obsessed with. But you can check in on it's awesome. They donated 25 of these today.
I saw that earlier. I was trying to follow as I'm at work, and I was just had a Facebook open on the side.
Yeah, I hope a lot of people were doing that. And again, we're trying to hit, just so everybody knows, we're trying to hit $25,000 in donations today that will be matched. So that's $50,000 that we will make today, which is incredible. So thank you, Lou. We love you. And I'm sure that I'll be talking to you soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me just add this, and I don't even know if it's approved yet through my company, but I want to go ahead and put it out there because I want to make it happen. My coworker, the other manager that I work with, he's actually from Chicago originally, and he said that we're gonna somehow, probably in January, try to take a trip up there so it's slower for us work-wise, and try to. Oh, I didn't know if you were frozen, Deborah. You're like this for a second. It's like, oh, she's frozen. But we want to take a trip up there, and I think I told you I work at the airport over here in Jacksonville. And because Live Like Rue is local to Chicago, we were going to try to reach out to Chicago airport, like the Delta people in Chicago, and see if we can do something there. And Vinny, my coworker, said, hey, I'm all about it. My parents live there. We'll stay at their house so we don't have to pay for anything. Delta can't say no. And then when I pitched it to my manager, said, if it's for Buddy, it's approved. I don't care what it is. Let's do it. So I said, hey, it's not for Buddy. It's for Live Like Rue. But they've already taken care of Buddy.
Yeah.
So we want to do something. We want to pay back or at least give time, give something. because we're just so incredible, just so incredibly thankful. But he wouldn't have taken chance without y'all. He agrees, as you can tell.
Yeah, he's all in. I love it. I love it so much.
Get ready for a road trip, buddy.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I open this so he stops barking.
Please keep us posted on that, Lou. That's amazing.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
again,
we're gonna
reach
try to come
out
up and
happy
meet in
holidays.
person and figure something out. Is the link for the fundraiser going to stay open past today?
Yep. Yeah, it stays open. Yep. Yeah. So we'll keep fundraising throughout this week and hopefully reach all these goals. I would love to reach all these goals tonight. We're getting there. So yeah, thank you so much, Lou. We love you.
Thank you.
And please tell Ethan that we said hi next time you talk to him.
I will. I was trying to see if I would wake him up. I'm like, come on, wake up. Let's surprise him. But he's not awake.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been amazing. But we totally understand. That's a totally different time zone life he's living over there. All right, Lou, love you. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank y'all so much.
All right, bye.
Have a good one.
You too. Oh, I love that family, Deborah. I love them so much. They're just amazing. I feel lucky that we found them. So great job with that.
I'm so glad I made my way into the studio.
Yeah, finally, right? Okay, I'm a little bit lost about where we are. What time is it? 6:40.
Thanks, Chip.
Sorry, Jenna. You've been waiting. I'm gonna get you, Deborah. This is supposed to be Krill, and she's gone. She's having problems. Can you hang out here for a bit, Deborah?
Yeah, because then we've got the next one.
Austin's
Yeah.
gonna be on his way soon. Yeah, so that's good. Okay, cool. Thank you, Jenna. I'm bringing you in. If you can unmute.
Hi.
There you are. Hi, Jenna.
Nice
How
to
are
meet
you?
I'm good, thank you. It's very nice to meet you finally.
Yes, I know. And Laura's supposed to be here too, but she's in Ohio and she's working on dial-up apparently. So I'm sorry about that. I apologize. But can you start? I have all the notes here. I'm just a little bit unorganized. Can you start, because I know that we've been helping you for a little while now. Can you start by telling us the story?
Yeah. So in 2018, August of 2018, I took my Ella, there she is. I took her and her brother Charlie to a routine dental cleaning that we do at Banfield once a year. And within a couple hours of dropping them off for that procedure, I got a phone call saying that the doctor had found a mass in the back of her mouth. And they stated that it was oral melanoma. And from there, we did a biopsy, and they said that it was, they confirmed that it was oral melanoma. And sorry. So they quoted us after the biopsy that they gave us about it was like 4 to 8 weeks they quoted with prognosis, and that was without treatment, I believe. We started taking her in immediately to get it surgically removed. I believe that was in September of 2018. So they were able to get clean margins and take the mass out. I believe it was 2 centimeters in length, and they were able to get it out surgically. And we started immediately with the oral melanoma vaccine. And each shot was about like $800 or so. And we had to do it for, I think, 6 weeks. Every 2 weeks we did it. Or not every 2 weeks, every 6 weeks we did it. And then it went to every 6 months. So she's been dealing with that vaccine for about 4 years now because of Live Like Roo and the support that you guys have given us. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so nervous.
It's okay.
Yeah, so this is Ella.
I love her so much, and I know that I've seen her picture like so many times, and each time I'm like, Laura, like that this picture is just so amazing.
Yeah, and she gets a little bandana every time she gets her booster vaccine. So we've been collecting and framing them. Like I have the first one framed, but yeah, we have a really wonderful oncologist, and because of Live Like Rue and the support that we've been given, Ella, we just celebrated her 13th birthday in July. So the picture of her in the lake was actually her birthday party. We took her to the lake and she went swimming. So it's really nice that we got 4 years and we passed. I don't know how she did it, but we passed what they quoted us with a diagnosis like oral melanoma. The prognosis isn't very good. They say the lifespan with treatment and surgery would be about 1.5 years, maybe 2 years. So for us to be at the 4-year mark, actually this November was the 4-year mark that she's been dealing with the treatment. It's amazing that she's here.
It really is. It really is. And we've heard so many stories like this about animals outliving their original prognosis. I think it says so much about you, really, Jenna. It says so much about you and your will to fight with her and for her. And we're so honored to help you.
Thank you. And yeah, we also I stumbled upon Live Like Rue because when we found out that it was a vaccine, that the treatment would have to be for the rest of her life, and it was so often we couldn't find ourselves like affording like $800, $900 with the office visit every time we went in, and we kept getting turned down by a lot of different groups because of Ella's age. She was 9 at the time, and it was I think I contacted Live Like Rue, and Laura emailed me back and was no questions asked. You guys have just been there for her.
Yeah, I know. And I know Laura, I'm sure, wishes that she was here when she put you on the list for Giving Tuesday. I was so excited, and I know that she was too. But thank you. And guess what, Jenna, you're getting a furbo. Do you have one of these already?
No.
So yeah, you can check in on her whenever you want. You can put your voice on there. I hate to like cheese this up with like a giveaway, but I think a lot of people appreciate this. Again, we have one, and it's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, Jenna, you guys are family. You know, again, I know that we've been helping you for a while. These are the kind of animals that we love and kind of families that we love, where we can continue, to keep her alive, hopefully, with these treatments that you normally could not afford. I couldn't afford those treatments. I don't know how anybody affords them. So thank you so much, Jenna. You did a great job. And we love you so much.
Thank you. We love you. And because of you guys, we have this chance with her. And we made it with her. We got 4, we're going strong. Ella's feisty, she's super feisty and loving life. And so thank you.
Yeah, she's the cutest, sweet soul, and I appreciate you bringing her on. It's so much better than looking at my mug. I love her sweet soul. Take care, Jenna, and just keep in touch with Laura. Anything you need, and I'll get you this sweet camera so you can check in on her. All right?
Thank you so much.
You're
we
welcome.
really appreciate you guys.
All right, love you. Take care.
Bye.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's tough. That's tough. It's all tough. Anyway, I would love to tally. I would love to tally where we are. Hi, Deborah. How are you? How about you? You got anything? I could also. Okay, so here's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for Dustin, who is on his way home from work and texted us. Although I think he's already late, right, from where he was supposed to be. Hey, Nick. So we're waiting for Dustin. We are waiting at 7:15 Yeah, so we're a little bit ahead of schedule. 7:15, 7:30, 7:45, and 8. I've got people. So what we could do, if you want, Nick, should we play should we play the Lord Stanley from this morning? Just
We
because
definitely should. Nobody was happier to receive those gifts than Lord Stanley.
yeah, I feel like if they didn't see that, he's just really just a joy, honestly. So let's give this a whirl. Again, this morning, Nicole, Deborah, and Riley Joe went out and basically surprised people. So not everybody always needs monetary help, like I've said in the past, and that we've been kind of talking about all day. Some people, just need a care package. So they gave today, actually, Lord Stanley. Did we give him money? Yes, we did. No, we didn't. We gave him goodies.
His mom has good insurance, I think.
Yeah. So again, another testament for good insurance, which again, not everybody can afford, which is why.
But Lord Stanley's mom gave us money when we showed up to her house today. So
we gave a check, which is just, people are amazing. They really are. It's just
thank you, Liz, if you're watching.
What'd you say, Deborah?
I didn't want to take it. I was like, wait, we're here to give you stuff.
Yeah, I know. All right, here we go. Lord Stanley, the cutest little tail wags and squeaks that you've ever seen. Here we go.
So hi, everybody. We are here at Lord Stanley's house, and this is his mom, Liz. So Liz, if you wouldn't mind just telling us a little bit about Lord Stanley and what's going on and his journey, that would be great.
So we just in September we got a diagnosis of transitional cell carcinoma of the prostate, which unfortunately doesn't have a really good prognosis for dogs. Fortunately, he's been symptom-free up to this point, and we're just trying to go with every day. Make the best of it.
Yeah, best of what you can, day by day.
Yeah.
Well, we want to thank you so much for having us today. It's really great to be able to meet Lord Stanley. He's a Hawks fan, so clearly we love him.
Yes.
And a Cubs fan, even better, which our founder will not agree with me on that. But we wanted to give you a few things today, just to make the days cheerier and
goodness.
This is a bag packed.
What's in there?
Full of toys and treats and squeakies. We heard that you really like the squeakies, Lord Stanley. We would like to thank Pet Supplies Plus. 14 stores throughout the Illinois and Indiana area are donating 100% of proceeds back from the Theo's Octopus. There is a Santa edition now, so thank you to Pet Supplies Plus for that.
Oh my
Look at all the squeakies.
Oh my goodness.
We would also like to get Lord Stanley a massage from Wellness and Wags. Kara, who is on our staff, has this wonderful company, and she comes to you and will provide him with just a nice, gentle, loving massage. So thank you, Wellness and Wags, for your donation as well. This bed, this bed is just perfect for you. You can cuddle right up in there. Can't you?
Yeah.
And then also a big thank you to Furbo for donating us Furbos. We would like to give you one. So anytime you have to leave, you can keep an eye on the Lord here and toss him some treats when you're not home.
Oh my goodness, honey, what is this? He loves presents.
Clearly. How much fun are you having?
This is early. His birthday is actually Christmas Day.
Oh,
Christmas,
so
this is early Christmas for him, right, Bobby? Honey.
But his mommy just had her birthday a couple of weeks ago, so he got all her presents.
Were his.
Because he got me a lot of squeaky toys.
Sometimes, I pick them up for him, and he gets his squeaky toys. And...
Hi, is this so much fun?
Oh my goodness, what's this?
Look at that.
Oh, that's going to be nice for cuddling on cold winter days. Stanley.
There's some little squeakies in here too, but it looks like you're going to have no problem with that big one. Well, again, thank you so much for having us today. It's a pleasure to meet him.
So much. The support group has given me a lot. I haven't had a chance to comment on a lot of stuff, but it's been
You use it
it's
as you
really
need it,
helped
even
me.
if you can't comment. Just to, if you're having a rough moment and you want to look and see what others are going through, it is a really good place. And
It is.
please know that you can reach
It
out
is.
to any of us at any time as well.
I greatly appreciate
You're a
it.
Live Like Roo dog now, Stanley. Yeah, yeah. So here's for his massage. And again, thank you so much to Pet Supplies Plus, Furbo, and Wellness and Wags for your generous donations. Clearly, they're making the days a lot of dogs today.
All the way
Who
in the
doesn't love a dog in a bag?
He's like, this is just awesome, honey. Oh, is there something more?
There's a whole stocking,
Stocking
Mom.
for your birthday.
What's this? What?
What do you get it out of there? What's in there?
Come on, you
Oh, more toys.
Oh, regular and a Santa octopus.
What? This is crazy.
They squeak too, buddy. More squeakies.
It's just like it's too good. He looks like a German Shepherd, but like miniaturized. Is he like a corgi mix?
An Australian Shepherd. What was his two main were Australian and
It was 2 Australian. One was like a
Shepherd breeds,
herding,
and then
one was like a
there was
cattle.
some some corgi in there. He doesn't quite have like the corgi tush, but you can see it. But he's got like the corgi face.
Yeah, he's like
great.
adorable, and he's like the perfect size, and just you're never gonna get like more excitement from a dog for bringing things to him. Like he's the epitome of just perfect.
I was telling you about those squeakies on the phone earlier, Sarah. I clearly ordered the wrong size squeakies for such a little guy, and when we were like standing up chatting after the video, we looked down and he had the spiky squeakies out of the bag on the ground and was rolling on them like a human would roll on tennis balls to like get kinks out of their back. And Liz, his mom, said that when he was a puppy, she would do that for herself. Like she would roll on tennis balls, and he just picked it up and has done it ever since. So while he might not be picking up some of those squeakies with his mouth, he's definitely going to be putting them to good use.
Yeah, and as you said earlier, he is going to love his massage from Kara. I have a feeling if he loves this rolling all those things like rollers. Dustin, I see Dustin's back there. He looks like he's from the Blair Witch Project. I'm a little bit nervous to bring him on.
There's really bad storms in the south right now, so he lost power.
No power.
Okay. Wow, he's having a day. Also, I just wanted to mention with the three of you here, and I brought it up a few times today, you'll hear in a lot of the videos throughout today, people mentioning the support group, which I was saying to somebody that I was talking to earlier, really, I had, I know we talked about it as a board about starting it. I really had concerns about starting it at first because I didn't want it to become this, vet advice, like medical advice that we didn't really want to do. So I think that this has proven kind of that it's not about that. It's more for people just that have been through it before to give advice. And I know that you guys have seen that on that page. I really don't have to monitor that page. And I thought that I would more than I do because everybody is just so civilized and genuine and sympathetic and empathetic when they're on there and somebody's going through something that they've been through. And we just heard it there with Stanley's mom, Elizabeth. When she reached out to me, when people reach out to me now, the first thing I do is send them to that group because I know that they're going to be able to help better than any of us, honestly, because it's people that have been through similar things. And, she said that it has helped her so much. So, again, I think that support group, as much as I kind of in the beginning was worried about it, it's been an asset to so many people. Jenna, thank you. You did a great job, Jenna. I so appreciate you. And I'm in love with Ella. We've been helping you for a while. So I'm so glad that you came on with us. It means a lot. Dustin, how we feeling down there, buddy? Should we check in on him? Oh boy. We might scare people away.
Hi.
Kind
of creepy.
Oh boy. Well, I mean, we're not even going to see Presley, I assume, right?
No, I mean she's sitting over here, but there's no way you can see her.
Okay. You know what I'm going to do? So Dustin, just hang out because I really want to replay just when Deborah and I surprised you a few months ago because I love it so much. And then you can kind of just give us an update quickly. I know that you had kind of a rough day at work, so I appreciate you joining us. So here's a few months ago. This is Dustin when we surprised him. Well, the good news is you passed all my tests, so we're gonna help you with all the funding for Presley.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Oh, did you hear that, baby? Oh, thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Oh, I can't wait to call my mom. I wish she was right here with me right now.
Yeah, it's the least we can do. So yeah, so Dustin, I loved that moment so much, and I know that you and Deborah have been speaking, and we've been talking to Renice. And Renice, to be honest with you, she's here.
Renice,
hello.
What's up? I need to be at your house. I don't have power in Midtown.
Of course you don't. If that's so Memphis of you, I should have Young Dolph playing in the background.
Oh yeah. Well, I just almost blew out one of the candles.
He looks like he's in Blair Witch Project. I said he's probably going to scare people away. Who's this creeper on this for live feed? Or they're going to be like, what is going on this feed?
I will say, though, that's 100% Dustin. He'll still do it, even if it's for a dog, no matter what it takes. So
I'm here.
Amazing. So, Dustin, give us kind of an update on Presley. I know it's been a little bit difficult and rough lately, but kind of get us up to speed on how she's doing.
She's doing pretty good. She's just had her third round of chemo last week. She goes every 2 weeks for 10 rounds. So she's going to go next week for round 4. She's doing pretty well, honestly. Usually the day after the chemo, she's really tired and she gets sick, sometimes throws up or has a little bit of diarrhea in the house. And then after that, for the next week and a half, she's really good. And these last 3 or 4 days, she's like had the most energy that I've seen her have in so long. Like I was at my mom's, and usually lately she doesn't really run around my mom's yard. My other dog does, but she started playing with my little dog Larry for the first time in forever, and not just like letting him chew on her and her just allowing it. She was actually seeking him out to play. So it's pretty amazing, like how well she's doing right now. It's exciting.
How does that make you feel, Renice?
I mean, I lost my first dog to cancer, and I adore Sarah and Deborah so much. So it's like this whole amazingness, and I can't thank you guys enough, like, for doing this for Dustin and for Presley, and just it just makes me so happy. So they're all special dogs, though.
She's my soul dog. That's what I call her. I've had dogs my whole life, but the connection with her is just it's unreal. It doesn't make sense how much I love that dog.
It does,
but she's doing really good. And I was gonna say something and I just kind of lost my train of thought there. I'll think of it in a second. Sorry.
And your electricity.
Right.
As this is one of our board members says that we're helping floating heads now too. So he might or might not have a dog. We're not sure.
But the chemo that she's doing, every round is in between $600 and $700, and that's every 2 weeks. I would have never ever been able to do that. Like, and just the help y'all are giving us it gives me purpose. It gives her purpose. I've always loved animals, and the help that Renice has given me, I always want to help alive. And now I want to do whatever I can for Live Like Roo. Like, I was thinking about like taking a trip up to Chicago soon, so like everybody could meet Presley after her chemo. Because I've been watching the live throughout the day, and y'all talking about meeting some of the dogs, and it just like inspired me to bring Presley to Chicago soon.
That would be amazing. I know we would have a huge party if you did that. It's
Mhm.
seriously, and I think I know Deborah can speak to this. There's so many times when I'll meet a dog and it floors me. Like I end up sobbing pretty much because seeing and meeting a dog that you've actually helped, there's nothing better. I mean, a lot of times we see emails and we see applications, but when you actually, and that's why Dustin, I wanted to mention this. You have our most viewed TikTok ever. And I know that Renice and Deborah and we were talking about it, but because
Wow.
you're so genuine and you care so much and the way that you told your story to us was so heartfelt.
Mhm.
And I think when people see where their money goes and see somebody like you and how it affects you and how it helps you, like it really does help us. And so when Deborah and I and Laura and Kara and Nicole and Riley and everybody on our staff gets to actually meet animals that we help, there's absolutely nothing better. It is a little bit heartbreaking. I usually break down at events because somebody will come up and say, you've helped me or you've done this and this is so and so.
Mhm.
So yeah, so you do have, there's two things I want to tell you. You've got the most views on our TikTok at it's almost 60,000. It might be over 60,000.
Wow.
And I think we've gotten a lot of comments about, and you don't have to do this, if you're single or not.
I already knew that was coming.
I am in all my glory here under candlelight. I
He
am
needs
single.
like a Tinder pit bull rescue that we.
Yeah.
Can
So
I just
that's
jump in and say something, Sarah and Deborah, really
yeah,
quick?
for sure. Yeah.
So when it comes to doing rescue in Memphis, there's so many people that find stray dogs, and we've had to kind of change our found dog contract over the last 8 years because people put a dog in their car, and 72 hours later they promise us the world, but then after that, when the going gets tough, everything changes. I will say that like Dustin is one of the few people that has made me want to continue the found dog program because he was such an advocate for Presley. He did every single thing we asked him to do, even to a point where I remember at one point his car was broken down and he was like, bring her to a vet appointment. And I was like, do you need help with a volunteer? And he's like, no, I got this. Like, he is legitimately the kind of person that pulls over and puts a dog in his car and does everything we ask them to do with our support. So you guys helping him with this just was extra levels of how much I adore him and Presley and how much I adore Live Like Roo. So thank you so much for doing that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm so glad it worked out. I don't even know how we all got connected, Deborah. Maybe you flagged it through Renice, but
oh yeah, yeah. He mentioned her in there, and I was like, done.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm so glad. And Dustin, yeah, as you know, we've got this, we've got you. So anything you need, whether it's the smallest or biggest thing, please let us know. She's a Live Like Roo dog, and you're stuck with us. And I promise we won't play the dating game for you or have anything. If you come and visit, it'll be really about a party for Presley. But it would
Presley
be
Bachelorette.
Yeah. Presley's great for that.
Love it. I love it so much. I hope you get your electricity back. You and as Renice just said, you literally go above and beyond for everything. You obviously
every single time.
Thank y'all. Thank
Really
y'all
does.
so much. I mean, without a live and Live Like Roo, I don't want to think about where I'd be. But I've got y'all, and y'all have got me, so that's all that matters.
Awesome. Take care, Dustin. We love you. Renice, thank you for joining us. I know
so
it's
good to see you guys today. Have a good Giving Tuesday. I'm gonna go take a shower and try to be done with tonight. So
okay.
At least one more person wants to say hi.
Oh, hello.
Josie, is that Auntie Renice?
If we're doing that, hey girl.
Is that Auntie Renice?
I was hoping I would see that. Oh, hello.
The two of them slept on my couch together last time Renice was in town, and like Josie wanted nothing to do with me.
Deborah was kind of pissed a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
That's amazing.
Josie's one of the OG Alive dogs for sure, as far as when I was a part of the program. So.
Yeah, I love it.
All right. Well, you guys have a good rest of your night, and I will hopefully see you all soon.
Awesome. Happy holidays, guys. Take
Bye.
care.
Bye.
Oh, I love them, Deborah. I love them.
They're good.
They're amazing. Marissa, I see you. I'm going to get to you soon. I don't know where we are money-wise. I'm not going to lie, guys. So it's really hard for me to keep track.
I don't know where we are schedule-wise either.
We're good. We're back on track now.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we're Lena and Marissa are coming on now. And it looks like, so I talked to the accountant about how I equate these. We're definitely beyond the 15,000. I think we're approaching 20 by now. I just can't see all of the Facebook donations. And I can't see any of the posts right now that have the donate button that we did today. So I'm going to have to work on that probably after we're off the air. But please, everybody, we have right now a $25,000 match in total. So we've already hit the $15,000 mark. So we're just looking for 10,000 more for a total of $50,000 total. Also, I look like I'm beat up. So I'm just realizing that I look really tired. I did not sleep last night because the stress of Giving Tuesday is real, and trying to reach matches, and you're competing with a lot of other organizations, but there's nobody better than the Live Like Roo friends and family, and we appreciate you. And again, the ultimate goal, which Deborah and Laura have their work cut out for them, however, they have a long list of applicants, is to give out $500,000 by the end of 2022. So
challenge accepted.
Yeah. So Deborah, just can you, I know we chatted a little bit before about it. Can you kind of get us up to speed on where we are with applicants and, how far back we are and that kind of thing?
Yeah. So right now we are working on end of September, early October. There's about 370 people on the waiting list. And so basically what I have to do is when people send in their applications and send in all the supporting documents, is I basically have to send them an email that's like, thank you so much. I'm so sorry you're going through this. However, we have a huge backlog. And so it's really heartbreaking when I have to send that email. A lot of the times I will, do a lump of them at the same time. And then I just have to stop because I just can't send that news anymore. Especially, when people are putting stuff on credit cards, and it's just really hard. But the nice thing is that once we do get to them on the waiting list, people are always so happy to hear from us. Even if, unfortunately, the dog has passed away, we are still able to help them with back medical bills. So a lot of times people will say, they're still paying off credit cards, they're still paying off care credit. And so just to be able to give them something to help with that is really awesome.
Yeah.
It makes all this worthwhile.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. One other thing I wanted, and I know we haven't really talked about care packages today, but I did talk to Vicki this morning, and we are at about 502 care packages for the year, which is more than one a day, which it kind of, sorry, I meant to not remove that. It kind of waned a little bit when we started to charge $10 for them. The actual care packages are cost us money. They cost us about $70 if you look at the true value of them, including shipping, fleece material, the gift cards. We do get a lot of the toys and treats donated. So when you become a monthly donor, and I do want to tell you guys right now that it's a good time to become a monthly donor. So anybody that donates $10 or more a month, we will be doing 12 days of giveaways. And I can tell you right now that the prizes are legit. So if you can afford $10 a month, if you equate that to what we get a year, it helps us so much. And I know I've explained this before, but our monthly donors really keep us afloat. And, unfortunately with the economy, we have seen a drop in monthly donors, and we've had to see people unfortunately withdraw their monthly donation, but it helps us so much. And when you see the costs of things laid out like this, it really is tough. It really is tough to see these numbers and how much things cost. And you realize, what a burden it can be to people that are really going through a difficult time. So all I'm going to say is if you're not a monthly donor and you can afford it, I would do it now, because we've got some incredible prizes for our 12 days of giveaway. In fact, there's some that I want. So I'm not eligible, but I am a monthly donor. So how could I not be a monthly donor to my own organization? Of course I am. Yes. Thank you, Ginger. And thank you, Sherry. I think that you guys have been donating for a long, long time. And I really, really appreciate it. You not only do the monthly donors, you donate whenever we need you. So thank you so much. Again, I cannot say enough about our monthly donors and all of our donors, but just knowing how much, and Tiffany, our accountant, we really rely on it. Right when I think that we're in trouble, they all kind of filter in at the same time, which is right around near the end of the month, because I think the first Giving Tuesday, that was kind of what we signed up for. Hi, Mom and Dad, Milton, Judy Locke, one word. Yes, Arlene, I know that you've asked for this. This would be a great idea to put even like a QR code on there too, where people can sign up. I love this idea. I have got to get to Marissa because I don't like to be late, and I know you're scheduled at 7:15. Deborah and Nick, if you guys want to hang out, I'll be back to you. Or if you want to be part of this, that's cool too. But if you guys want to go try to add up our Facebook donations on our main page from today, that'd be awesome. That would help me. All right, cool. Deborah, I'll see you soon. Thank you. Marissa, hi. How are you?
Good.
Okay, so this is Lena, right? Now this is
here she is.
Okay, this is awesome. So I want you to, yeah, I love her. So can you start by telling us the story, please? Because I love her story so much.
Well, yeah, Lena is a rescue. We got her from the Humane Society here in our town in Truckee, California. We got her as a little baby puppy. She was only 7 weeks old, and she was the naughtiest puppy you've ever met in your life. She pooped in the house, ran away, ate dead stuff, was terrible on a leash, just totally a wild hyena, for sure. Anyway, we actually got her because I was having trouble getting pregnant. And so we thought, oh, let's get a puppy and kind of take the stress off of it. And lo and behold, I got pregnant a month later. So she was an only child for only just a very short amount of time before my son was born. So anyway, Lena quickly got rid of those naughty behaviors, especially once Grayson, our son, came along. And we just noticed that she was just a really mellow girl. So mellow that I thought, hey, I should bring her to school with me. I'm a second grade teacher here in Truckee. And what I found when I did bring her to school is she was amazing with my students. When they would get frustrated or angry, I'd say, okay, go lay with Lena, and Lena would lay her head on their lap and they would pet her and they would feel better. Whenever a kid was crying, I noticed Lena would walk right up to them, which was really interesting. We had never trained her to be that way. She just had kind of an intuition. So I decided to pursue therapy dog training for Lena. She's hot right now on the couch. And it was really, really easy. It was kind of wild because as a puppy, she was so naughty, but in this therapy dog training classes, she was like the best student there. It was remarkable. And so that's what she does now. She got her certificate and she comes to school with me every single day. And the kids love her, and the faculty too, really. And I brought her on really every day because we noticed post-COVID, a lot of the students at school were showing anxiety, stress, depression, and Lena makes a huge difference with those kiddos. It's really special. So unfortunately, this spring, Lena started slowing down a bit. Her nickname at school became Grandma, because she would just lay around. She wouldn't really want to go outside and play with the kids anymore. And I thought that's weird. So I brought her in to the vet. And at this time, Lena was only 2 years old. And we did blood work and nothing showed up on the blood work. And then a few weeks later, these lumps started developing in her abdomen. They started off pretty small and very, very quickly, honestly, within a week, they became the size of baseballs, 9 centimeters to be exact. So I rushed her in again to the vet. They took an x-ray. They said, oh God, there is something going on here. So Lena, we took her down to UC Davis Veterinary Teaching Hospital. We're really lucky that we live 2 hours away from that, because they are just incredible. And unfortunately, after a biopsy, and she was diagnosed with high-grade renal lymphoma, which was a major shock, not only to us, but the vets and the oncologists as well, because she was only 2. And renal lymphoma, I don't know if you know much about it, but renal lymphoma is extremely rare in a dog. Only 0.2% of dogs diagnosed with lymphoma have renal lymphoma. So our special girl here was only given 6 weeks to live. And that was in June of this year. And we were given a choice, try chemo or do palliative care, knowing she would probably go very quickly. So we chose to fight and chose to do the chemo. And it was really hard at first. It made her very, very, very sick, to the point where we thought we were going to lose her. And that was really scary and really intense. And I know all pet parents that have had dogs and cats go through chemo have probably gone through something similar, with their baby being so ill from the chemo. But I will say that only lasted a few weeks and she bounced back. She really, really did. We've had to go from CHOP protocol to CCNU, and now we're going to Tenovia. Just because her cancer is so aggressive, we need to stay ahead of it, as her oncologist says. So Tenovia is next up for her, and she actually gets her first round of that tomorrow. So my husband will drive her down 2 hours before the snowstorm. We have a snowstorm forecast here. So that's where we're at.
Oh, it's such a lot, I know, and I'm sure that you never thought you would know so much about cancer and chemo.
No.
So it's all very, very difficult. Thank you, Maureen Thurman, for donating. I appreciate that. Lena's getting a lot of love here. I do have a question for you, because I was kind of thinking about this, because I think it's really hard probably for you to explain to the students. I'm going to start to cry. What's going on with her?
Yeah. So my kids that I had in the spring, the second graders I had in the spring, they were the ones that were probably the most scared, because Lena went from playful, silly, running around to this lump. She even threw up once in the classroom before I knew what was going on. And the kids were like, oh gosh, what's the matter? What's the matter? So those kids really saw the most of it. And, I was just really honest with them. I let them know I was scared. I let them know that Lena was getting the best care on the West Coast, basically, because luckily UC Davis was so close. And we have a wonderful guidance counselor at my school, and she came in and sat with them in a circle, and we all talked about how grateful we were for Lena, even if her time was going to be short. to focus on the things we were grateful for, feeling lucky and feeling love in our hearts and choosing that over fear. My kids this year, my brand new second graders, I was debating on whether or not to bring her to school, but I sat with my principal, some support teachers at my school, our guidance counselor again. I said, hey, this is what I'm faced with. I sort of feel like Lena's stable enough to be here. And my administration was like, we want her here. She needs to be here still. She does so much good for the kids, for parents, like in a parent meeting, and our faculty that we're willing to be there with you and with her through this. And it made me cry, of course. It was a really, really big deal. So the kids now that I have, they know that Lena is sick. They know she has cancer. They don't know all the details and the icky, yucky stuff. But they know that Lena is tough. And I even say to them, you know what, you guys, your love for her is making her even stronger. Her coming to school is making her want to fight harder. And it's a big deal. It's a really big deal.
Yeah, I love that sentiment. It couldn't be better, honestly. What you tell them, I think it's awesome. So Marissa, I think the treatments are $700. Is that what they are?
Yeah, unfortunately, Tenovia is the most expensive protocol. Oh God, we have dropped some money on her, and now it's to a point where it's $700 per session. It's every 3 weeks for 5 sessions, and it's tight because we have a toddler. We're keeping up with rent, with all of our payments. I'm on a teacher salary. It's brutal, but yeah, it's $700.
All right, so we got the next 5.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we're gonna cover the first 5. So $3,500 coming your way.
What? What a big deal. Oh my God. Really?
Yeah, we got you.
Oh my gosh.
Too special to so no worries. We got you.
Wow, that's a really big deal, Sarah. Oh my God. Sorry.
Okay, we're happy to help. I was hoping I could break you.
I look like a mess.
I was hoping I could break you because you're so strong. I'm sitting here like crying, and I'm like, I hope this is gonna break her. But I know how much she means to you, and I know how much she means to those students. So it's the least we can do. We'll share her story. We can probably commit to more, but I wanted to at least get the first 5 going and let you know that we're committed to that for sure.
That's a really big deal. Lena May.
What a joke.
Wow, that's a really big deal, Sarah, for our family.
I'm so happy for you.
270 students.
Oh, how many? 270?
Well, she's been at the school for 2 years. They all know her. She goes on the playground. Even kids I've never had, they love her. I mean, just today I had a student, he was hiding under his desk. He was so upset over something, and she went over to him and laid down next to him. And it was like, I mean, you can't teach a dog how to do that. You can't. I mean, she has an intuition. It's like her mission on this planet. And the fact that you guys are going to help keep that going, that's a really big deal.
Yes, Marissa, and I will say I do appreciate your tenacity with the emails, and I mean that in the best way. You kept asking me, Sarah, can you help? Sarah, can you help? And ironically, like we've been talking about all day, it was word of mouth. You know, your neighbor is friends with Devin, who is a friend of mine that works in the Bay Area, and I think it's her parents that or friends that live across from
Yes,
you.
yeah.
Had gotten you a care package, and
Yes, yep.
once you kind of read about our mission, you reached out to me and said, hey, I need help. And I was kind of trying, I knew that this was coming this day, and I was kind of trying to push you back, and you kept emailing me. So I really do appreciate you keeping on me about it. But it was all to save it for this moment, which totally paid off. I'm glad I could break through to you. And we're so happy to help you.
Wow. I felt like my shoulders just melted off my body. It's such a relief for us. I mean, it's really hard, Sarah, and I'm sure you know this, and a lot of other people. It's like you are kind of faced with, okay, do I keep my loved pet going with paying for chemo, or do I can't afford it and it's done? And I mean, that if the chemo was not working for her and she was suffering, obviously that's the choice we would make for her, which is just the most devastating thing, I think. And I'm terrified of that day when it does come. But for now, it's keeping her going. It's working. It's a miracle.
It is. And I'm so honored. We're so honored to help. So now you have to keep us updated. You've sent us some amazing pictures and videos of her. Actually working on a TikTok that is just Lena with kids. Yeah, it's going to be amazing. So again, this is a starting point, but we've got these first 5 rounds, and then I'll be keeping in touch with you, obviously. But thank you for joining us, and we love you guys, and please take care, and good luck tomorrow.
I'm giving her a kiss from you.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Marissa. We love you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye. Deborah and Nick, you guys want to come in? Hey, Nick, did you get some addition going?
Are you kidding me with this math?
I know.
Like,
it's hard.
Textbook. There's clearly an easier way. First of all, I texted you like 8 times. Like, where do I find all this? Figured it out. Useless.
Sorry, I was in the middle of crying.
I know. I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm working on it. There's a lot of math. I saw the rant earlier. I get it now. It's ridiculous.
So what I would do, Nicole, is just do the ones that have the donate button right now. And then
I'm totaling up all the individuals. So the people who are doing fundraisers on Facebook outside of DonorBox. And then I'm going to go back to the post that you've made over the past couple of days where it's just in general donation, and I'll add those up as well. So I'll come up with some kind of number shortly here.
Okay. And then just an FYI, okay, today's so it looks like there's some discrepancy here that I tried to talk Tiffany through, but I would say in our donor box, we're like, so in the actual fundraising page, we're at like 12,000 there.
So I'm drastically far from that.
Yeah, but so what you're adding Facebook? Or you adding?
DonorBox, right. I'm sorry. So I feel like for just individual fundraisers on Facebook outside of DonorBox, we're just over $5,000. That does not include what people have sent to the Live Like Roo general page. So that's like myself and Isabella, and Deborah, and all of those individual non-Live Like Roo posts. Your post I'll add up next.
Yeah. So Nicole, so when I got here at what time was that? 4:30, I had added up the Facebook and it was $52.95. So you're pretty much on as far as that goes, but I just didn't know if there were more than that.
Okay. I could be looking in the wrong place.
Okay. I need to do one thing quickly.
Okay.
John, I see you back there, and I'm getting to you next. 10K more.
I feel like
Okay.
you should start tap
What's
dancing.
Josie doing?
What's what?
Josie doing?
It was
What
like
Josie
pouring
does
rain a
best.
few minutes ago, and she was like freaking out. Now she's like, "Oh, it's done."
Oh, I love her.
We had a chewy box come today, and every once in a while, if I need to make like the free shipping, I'll throw a pig's ear in there. And the box that comes with every time, she like rips it apart. If it's like medicine or something else that's sealed, she like ignores it, and she was like pining for it, like at the door of the kitchen. So she
I love
finally got it. So now she's napping.
Oh, I love it. Okay, cool. I'm having the social team post the 10K, the last 10K match, which we haven't done yet. So I would like to have that going out on Facebook for that total of 25K. So I'm hoping they can do that soon. Kat, if you're listening, if you can help me out. All right, guys, I'm going to get to John. And if you want to hang out, it's awesome. Thank you. John, are you ready? Hi, John.
I'm ready. Hey, how are you?
Nice to meet you. I know that we've been emailing back and forth for the past few days, so it's nice to finally meet you in person.
Yeah, you as well.
Before anything else, I just want to show a shot of this dog because I'm obsessed. John, you were so right. Like it's totally my type of dog. But so everybody knows, my friend Abby from Felines and Canines, who is a rescue here in Chicago. I have worked with them a lot through animal control and rescuing animals. John and I were connected because Abby recommended us. So I wanted John to try to come on. Well, not try to. He's right here right now. I wanted John to come on and tell the story because he also sent me, like I just showed you, a lot of pictures. And unfortunately, Kiko has cancer. So John, if you can please tell us the story, that would be amazing.
Yeah, sure. So, like you mentioned, Abby at Felines and Canines are just an amazing organization, and we can't say enough good things about them. My wife and I first met them a long time ago, 2007 or 8. We have right now 5 animals from them. So it's amazing what they do. And so Kiko was our first dog from Abby and team. He's a real sweet guy. When we first got him, everyone kind of assumed he's some sort of basset hound, pit bull type of mix. So we had him DNA tested. Turns out he is primarily boxer and Rottweiler and a little bit of Shih Tzu. Kind of a interesting dog mix there. But he, from day one, he's just been a really sweet guy. So he came into our lives, obviously through Felines and Canines. He popped up on their website, on their Facebook page, and we had recently lost a cat to a congenital heart failure, and we're kind of thinking about getting another pet. When we lost him, it was a real big void for us, and we had considered a dog, and we talked about it a little bit. And at the time, our daughter was, she would have been about 4, maybe 3 even. So she saw Kiko's picture on my wife's Facebook, phone, just scrolling, and she said, "Hey, that's him. That's the dog I've seen in my dream." So that was pretty much all it took. My wife called me at work and said, "You'll never believe what Regina just said about this dog." She sent me a picture. I called Abby, and she saw my number on the caller ID. And when they adopted him, or when they rescued him, I should say, they had named him Chalupa. So she picked up the phone and said, "You got to be calling about Chalupa." And I was like, "How do you do this? You're amazing." We could have a whole nother session about Abby. So we went and met him, and drove down to Chicago and took him home. And right from the start, we knew, he was going to fit right into our family. He was great with our kids, it only took him, a day or two to kind of settle in and, start feeling like he was at home. He's always understood everything we've said to him without any formal training. Never leaves the yard. He's just the model behaviorally of a dog everybody wants. And we are just, so lucky that we didn't even have to teach him any of that. So he's just, the sweetest guy you can meet. And, we were all pretty broken up to get his diagnosis. So when Abby told me about livelikeroo, we definitely wanted to get involved and do whatever we could to help, raise funding. It's such an important thing. And, people, whether you're a pet person or not, most people, I would hope, realize that when you bring a dog, a cat, whatever, into your home and make it a part of your family, it's exactly what it is. There's no other way to say it. So when we found out he was sick, the thought was, how do we fix this only? What is the best thing we can do for him? So as soon as we got a diagnosis, we have worked in the past with the University of Minnesota's Veterinary Medical Center, who are very good. So we brought him there, confirmed the diagnosis, and sadly, his condition at first seemed like maybe we can get in front of this and really knock it down quickly. He was diagnosed with lymphoma, T-cell lymphoma, but upon initial testing, it was isolated to a single lymph node in his neck. So we were hopeful at that point that just removing the node might be enough for him. So we got on the surgery schedule right away, which, of course, we could probably have a whole nother session talking about, the staffing shortages, like everywhere else, that have affected the veterinary medicine industry. Even at the U of M, where they're teaching students to do this, they're short people. So they got us on the schedule as quick as they could, but it was about 2.5 weeks from his initial testing to his surgery date. When we brought him in, they did a few, preliminary checks just to verify that, the surgery was a go, and they had found that the lymphoma had spread to at least 2 other lymph nodes in his body. So the surgery was no longer a viable option. So we immediately transitioned into getting him on the schedule for chemo. So he actually just yesterday had his 4th round of chemo. They are doing a chemotherapy called the CHOP protocol. I don't know if that's a universal thing amongst,
Yeah.
I had never heard of it before this. He's responding. I mean, he's doing well so far. It's kind of too soon to tell if it's helping. There was some testing done. It looks like his levels are at least stable at this point, so it doesn't seem to be getting worse. But there's a long road ahead. It's a 16-week protocol with a few breaks in the middle, so it's a 20-week total to do this. And we're just hoping that this works. It's really, the cost has never been a deciding factor for us. But I mean, it has an impact, of course, but we're going to do what we have to do for him because he's one of our babies. So we're gonna give him the best treatment that we can find for him, and just keep going.
Yeah, I mean, similar to my last guest, Marissa, driving 2 hours to try a different route. I mean, it's the same as you. I know you and I went back and forth chatting a lot about that. It is really, really difficult. So we are going to help you. All right. Why am I always the first to cry? I like it.
You almost got me.
But your current bills, we added them up. I know it's over $3,400. So we're going to cover all that. And then we're going to help you in the future as well. So the least we can do is make sure looking at the pictures of the dog with the kids, it's heartbreaking, to try to navigate that with, the dog's best friends. And I'm sure you're trying to explain it to them. So I'm going to pay all of the current bills that you sent me.
Thank you so much. That's amazing.
You're so welcome. It's the least we can do. And I know that people, I already am obsessed with him. He's like a little low rider that I love. But you guys aren't far away in Minnesota. I think you're on the West Coast right now. For work, but it's really the least we can do. And Abby has helped me so much. We've helped a lot of felines and canines, animals, not just dogs, but cats too. So John, it's our honor to help you.
Thank you so much. It's really amazing. I know my whole family is really grateful. They're watching right now. Unfortunately, my son's a little sick tonight, so my wife couldn't join us, but everybody's watching and very, very grateful. We just, we can't imagine life without him, and, anything we can do to keep him with us as long as possible is what we're going to keep doing. And this really helps us a lot.
You're so welcome. So I'll be in touch. I'll get you that money tomorrow, and then just keep in touch with me once he gets to that fifth round. I know you've been through 4 already, but it is really so hard when you go in for a surgery and you can't do it when you think it's just going to be one simple thing. So I definitely feel that heartache, and I really hope that we can help in healing him for your family.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, John. Thank you. Have a good night.
Yeah, you too.
All right. Bye. Okay. Hi. Everybody come in. Oh man. I mean, I've been chatting with him on email, and I knew that we had to help them after he sent the pictures, and just really difficult rescuing all those animals from felines and canines. Just incredible human beings. So great job, guys.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, it's awesome. Nicole, how are do you have info for me?
I think so. From what I can gather, I believe that Facebook donations alone are at 7,113.
113.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's awesome. Wow, that's amazing. Oh, okay.
So to everyone who's doing, Facebook donor box, like you are what's carrying us through today, and you're what's making, us be able to help people like John and his family and everyone else that we've talked to today. So thank you so much. You make Deb and Krill's life just so much easier, because now they actually have money to say, you don't have to wait. We can start flying through applications again. The more applications that come in, the slower we get. But today is going to make us move a little fast in the near future here. So thank you so much.
Yeah, and we still are looking for the match. So I mean that adds about 2,000 from where I was before. I also have not checked Venmo and Zelle in a long time, so we've got also money in there. Oh wow, okay, yeah, we've got a lot more. Wow. Okay, so that was wow. Okay. We're doing good. I feel like we're getting real close to the 20. We've got to be getting real close to the 20. So I can't see Zelle. So I'm going to just keep Zelle. Oh, wait. No, I can't see Zelle unless Laura forwarded me the emails. And now I've got a lot of emails.
Do you want me to check the inbox?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Can you check it, Deborah? Actually, that's perfect. So Nicole, if we say, okay, I'm going to just do some adding quick. So, because I know people care about where we are, and they like updates, especially Ginger, if she's still watching. She wanted updates this morning. I'm like, guys, I'm flying solo. Okay, thank you, Arlene. Arlene, I did apply for the Target one, but I've not heard back if we're gonna get that. If we can get that Target one, wow, that'd be great. Okay, and then so Nicole, I have not on donor box. Okay, so not including donor box. Is that 9? Yes, I have 11,626. Okay, so then wow, we're getting real close, like real close.
I don't think I'm getting Zelle notifications.
Oh, I think medical email should get them. She might be moving them too.
No, I just checked the folder.
Weird. Okay, I'm gonna split the difference between. I'm gonna just go with donor box and not go with Stripe. So people don't care about this, but it's kind of like it's hard to track this because some things go some places. Okay, and I'm gonna do. All right, I'm gonna do 10, 3, 2, 3. Oh, what did I do? Hold on. What did I say? Do you guys remember that number? 11,626 or something? I can't
It's
remember.
11 something. Sorry.
And I'm gonna just round this up a little, knowing that we haven't equated. Okay, we're at 22.6.
Wow, we're right there.
We're right there. Okay, so I'm gonna make a little banner. What? Yeah. I think I might have a helper. It might be anonymous.
Jerk.
For those of you, sorry, sometimes we do inside jokes that aren't inside jokes because it was actually live on the on our feed.
It was as live gets, yeah.
Nicole, somebody made a donation to put us over the goal when we were driving in the car in 2019. And she said, "Oh, we just got a $300 donation from anonymous," and so we kill her for it because she said,
"Yeah." I have my friend Ship to thank for that because that's who anonymous was.
Oh, I didn't know you were supposed to say that.
Well, I mean, I've taken
background
over the past few years. I'm just going to put it out there. And he just let me say it was from Ship. You know, I wouldn't have made a fool out of myself. And years later, still been.
I mean, it's amazing. Oh, Kara, my most favorite. It is epic.
Wait, can we talk about when Krill dropped the cheese curd down her shirt, or she thought it was down her shirt, and how like long she was looking? Can we talk about that?
Again, why don't I have this video? Like, it should be like on a loop here. Honestly, it really should. I love it. Sorry, Kim. Okay, here we go. Great. Shep, just any of the links that I've been posting for the last 5 days will work. Just, that'd be great. All right, guys. So we got this. It's less than $3,000. Nicole, what is that quick math? So it would be 2, 3.
I can't even say anonymous. So, All
right. While you're figuring that out, Candy. What is it?
2363. Anybody? Who's got a calculator?
All right, I'm removing you guys. I got 2 guests. Candy, I'm coming to you. Here's my buddy. Hi. Good to see you. Oh my God, his ears are in full effect right now.
He brought his ears.
I love him so much. A lot of you know him. He's through It's a Pity Rescue. So this is Mully/Mulligan. He is actually our gray muzzle grant recipient. We've been paying for his chemo. Wow. How many rounds of chemo has he been through?
He's had probably, I want to say about 4 months worth now.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, and keep update us on how he is. I'm going to bring you full screen so we can see those lovely ears.
Not my ears, his ears. So he's been doing great. He goes to the oncologist every 4 to 8 weeks roughly. And they, make sure his blood work is good, his blood pressure is good, all that fun stuff. But yeah, he's doing great on the chemo. It's specifically targeted for mast cell, which is the kind of cancer that he has. He had a lot of those big lumps removed a few months ago, and then he went in for another surgery probably about 6 weeks ago to have more of the lumps removed. That's his best friend. Yeah, so he's looking for more treats right now. But no, he's doing amazing. He literally loves everything and everyone. Dogs, kids, people, road trips, everything. He's just thrilled about life in general.
Like I love this photo so much. Like I would have this like framed in every room. But who is his friend there?
That's Ozzy. He's about 5.5 pounds, and he's a holy terror. Yeah.
Oh my God, I love
He runs the show for sure.
That's so sweet. So yeah, we love, number one, we love It's a Pity. So thank you, Candy, for all you do. And I remember you guys, it was you and Katie were emailing me, and I had said like we'll cover his anything cancer for life. And I remember you guys writing back like, Sarah, did you say like forever? Like you're gonna cover his cancer forever, his cancer treatments forever? I'm like, yeah, we got him. But he's like the epitome of an animal that we love to help. He hopefully will beat the odds. Again, if you guys saw the pictures that I initially posted, he had so many masses. He still has, Kenny, I think you were telling me, he still has tons of masses still that are just kind of hanging.
Yeah, he had, I think, about 26 or 28 originally when they did like the body mapping at the oncologist initially. And he's had about 9 or 10 of them removed. And he had the 2 surgeries to have them removed. But he still has, probably 12 or 15 of them. And I mean, that's fine. They're, they haven't metastasized. They're completely, manageable. So he's, I mean, if you have to have cancer, this is the way to go, I guess. So
yeah, he seriously, he's so sweet. And I keep telling you, like, I want to meet him, and you telling me that he's the life of every party, it just makes me want to have like a big party for him. Love him. So thank you, Candy. I know you do so much for rescue, and you foster so many dogs, and I really appreciate everything you do, and it's our honor to help him.
Yeah, no, he's absolutely worth it. He was like found as a stray in Chicago back almost a year ago, actually, and he was at Animal Care and Control for a couple of months. And I remember I went back and forth because there was another dog there I was thinking about fostering, and the other dog had like no medical issues, and I was like, well, that would be nice for a change. But then of course, because he had the masses on him, so we pulled him knowing he was going to have some sort of like cancer, obviously. But I'm like, no, why take the easy route? That's fine. I'll take the dog that's filled with cancer. It's cool. So
yeah,
but he's been, I mean, amazing. It was definitely the right decision. So yeah, he's fantastic.
Yeah, and I think I love him so much because he's like the same color Rue was, and he looks like velvet. Like I know he's got like rough stuff going on, but he just looks like velvet, and I just want to hug him sometimes. So I hope that we can make that happen. Yes, Kara, I want to have all the parties for all the dogs. Everybody come. Everybody that was on today, just come for a party. And then Candy, I wanted to know, do you have a Furbo?
I do not.
Okay, I'm giving you a Furbo for being on today. Furbo, 25 of these. So we have one, and Ship's voice is programmed for Steve, and it says, "Hi, Steve-O," or something. Here's a treat. Yeah. So you can program your voice to it. It can be a little bit dangerous probably with multiple dogs. So I would, maybe put it somewhere where it's just for one. But I really appreciate you joining us, and we love that dog so much, and anything we can do, please let me know.
Yeah, he's amazing, and we appreciate everything that you guys do. He's so good. I mean, there's so many dogs that are worth it and deserving. So yeah, when you originally emailed Katie and I about covering his medical, I remember I called her and I'm like, I don't know what that email meant exactly. And she's like, I don't know, maybe I should clarify, because I didn't want to assume that, it was forever. And then, she clarified it. And I remember calling my vet, and because I'd been worried about taking, care of him properly. And he was like, that, my vet was like, that's amazing. I'm like, yeah, they're amazing.
Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, we've got him for life. So thank you. And yeah, I think the only payback I want is a party with Molly. So Patty, I think you're right on about that. I think it'd be amazing, and we could sell tickets for a lot of money and make some good money.
He's all about the party.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Candy. You're the best. I appreciate our friendship and all your hard work. Take care.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
All right, bye, love.
Bye.
Mike and Tina, I'm bringing you right in. We're going back to back.
Nice.
How are you guys?
Good.
Good to see you. And again, so everybody, this is Mike and Tina. Obviously, I know you can't see their names when I have these banners up, but I think this banner is more important than your names, but there you go. They actually, I've met them a few times. They're very active in the Chicago rescue scene. They come actually to a lot of our events. And unfortunately, and have you guys confirmed yet that it is cancer in Morty?
They said 95% sure. We still have a radiologist report, but he's very symptomatic. So we're just treating him like it is cancer that's pretty advanced. So
Yeah, and so tell us the story, because I know that you've kind of just been holding on probably to a little hope, but it seems like it is terminal. But can you kind of tell us the story of Morty?
So Morty was a dog that came from Animal Welfare League, and he was pulled from Chicago with Chicago Canine Rescue. He was our foster. We took him on July 4th of 2018, and within a month, we ended up adopting him. He's been a foster brother for like 17 different dogs. He's a little particular about who he likes to have in the home, so we couldn't flip a lot of dogs, but he's been an awesome big brother. So like this last summer we started noticing he was coughing, and I just was like, oh God, it's probably another, like, we've had a couple dogs with heart murmurs, so we were like, all right, let's go get him checked out. Well, Morty hates the vet, so we have to sedate him, and it's a big deal. So he got sedated, and they took the x-rays, and Mike was actually able to look at the x-rays with the vet, and Mike was like, oh, this is cool, like,
I got, yeah, our vet, Dr. Grossman, just opened up his new practice on Kedzie, I think it is.
Yeah.
And he let me go in the back and kind of showed me all the screenshots of the different x-rays and explained what he thought what was what. And then he really didn't make any comments right off the bat. And then he's like, well, we should go back in the room and talk to Tina. And that's when he said he was pretty sure that's what it was. And we were both shocked. We knew something was going on just because he was slowing down. And, for the most part, we were just thinking it was old age. And then he told us, yeah, you've saw some little bit of symptoms since the summer. And he said, considering how long those symptoms have been present, he said he's pretty far along with it.
Yeah.
And there's not really much to do because of his age. And, he said, well, we could do, surgery and do all this other stuff, but it's such an ordeal just to get him to the vet. And it's so stressful for him to go there. He really, when he got sedated for the x-rays, took him a couple of days to bounce back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel for you guys, having a dog petrified of the vet and what you need is vetting. I think that you are making the right decision, pending the diagnosis. So, I want to support anything that you guys need or want to do. I know that, Tina, you talked to me about going on a little trip with him. So if we can get the hotel stay or anything that you need, gas money, I would love to do that. We can do a photo shoot. If he wants a massage, if Kara can come there and give him a massage, please let me know. Again, I know that you guys are kind of, weighing all your options, but I want you to know that we're there for you because you give so much back to the Chicago rescue community, and I so appreciate both of you so much.
Well,
thank you very much.
We appreciate you. Like, I saw you came up with this organization, and our first dog, Clara, died of, what is it called? It's the big long, it's like a vascular cancer, and she got diagnosed, and they gave her 3 to 4 months, and she lived a couple weeks. And when I saw you were doing all the great things for cancer animals, I was like, okay, we have to honor her in some way. And when we got her the package from my sister for Morty, it's not the package you want to get, but I opened it up, and of course he just walked around with the octopus. So cute. He loves it, but he doesn't share well, so we have to keep him separated from foster dog. So, but he's loved it. He loves his blankie, and he loves the octopus, and
He loves the blankie. He's right down here, laying by my feet.
Oh, well, that means a lot because I know, like I said, I know that you guys, don't want money, and I know Tina was like, anything you need, please let me know. But I'm so glad that something like a care package, which, for us, it's a little amount of work, but so meaningful to you. And again, Vicky, our care package director, does an amazing job of matching the items with the dog. That's why we ask for pictures, and it's really special. And I hope that it provided some kind of comfort for you and for him. And I hope that you look at that bucket list and that tell us what you want to do, because we would love to help you guys with that.
Mike was like, "What's the McDonald's thing?" I'm like, "Oh my God, it's for the ice cream. We have to get ice cream." And then you guys also this year gave my sister the care package for Sparky.
Yeah.
Which he passed so quick, but the sister ended up really enjoying it and was spoiled and loves the blankie too. Still has it. So
Little did we know we'd be getting one shortly after we sent one.
Yeah, and that's the hardest part. It's one thing that I say is that unfortunately you don't really know what we do and really, really understand it until you're faced with it. And then I feel like when you are, you kind of are a Roo family for life, because you now, unfortunately, and it sucks, to be honest with you. You kind of at least have some helpers to go through it. And when I had Roo and I didn't know what to do, I really, really wanted to make sure that I was able to help other people. So thank you guys again for everything you do in the community. And please, Morty is a Roo dog. So, maybe think about Hawaii or something big. Hey, live like Roo. Let's go to Hawaii. I'm going along.
We'd have to rent a sailboat to make that happen.
Yeah. No flying. No. Is he okay in the car or no?
Loves it.
Oh, well, that's good.
He sleeps the entire time.
So that's why you were talking about road trips. That's actually perfect.
Yeah, somewhere warm. That's his favorite thing in the summer, he acts like he needs to go outside, but he just wants to lay on the hot patio.
Oh.
And if we can get him one last, hot patio somewhere, I think that's kind of what we got in mind.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Yeah, we had London on earlier with Brendan, and that 17-year-old Pity, and all they want is for her to be able to lay in the sun, and that's what they wanted, is for her to get through the summer so that she would have that sunshine. So I know how much the Pity types love that. So please, Tina and Mike, let me know anything that we can do for you. And I know that you started a fundraiser for us today, so I so appreciate that as well. We appreciate it. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank
you.
All right, guys, take care, and I'll see you soon, okay?
Bye.
All right, awesome. Okay, all right. Well, that's going to do it. And I did want to say, Sherry, I should have had you on, actually, Sherry. Sherry is amazing, number one. As many of you know, she's fighting her own cancer battle and continues to tie blankets for us and help us out wherever she can. She's honestly one of the best Live Like Roo ambassadors we've ever had. And I've known her actually for many years because she came to brewery events and helped us. And unfortunately now she's had to be in isolation, and she keeps asking me, Sarah, please order me more blankets. I want to tie more. And she loves us so much, and we love her. So thank you, Sherry. I did want to mention that she actually donated and did a fundraiser drive for care package items that I took to Vicky a while ago, where she matched blankets and toys and treats and asked her friends and followers to donate to that. So we're really thankful to Sherry and also Sharon, who puts up with her and all her blanket madness. They're like the perfect couple. Thanks, Kim.
Sharon and Sherry are just they're such good friends that they became friends of mine through Live Like Roo. I have a dog with cancer who we can't leave alone. She's got to be fed every 2 hours due to an insulinoma. And around that, like a lot of times I kind of feel sorry for myself. Like I can't leave. Like I have to pay somebody to leave the house, or my husband and I have to juggle around our schedules. And I've met so many people today who are really in that same boat. Brendan earlier with London was like, yeah, we don't leave her either, and just hearing from all these people, you're not alone. But going back to Sherry and Sharon, Sherry, she can't be around other people right now because she is fighting her own cancer battle. Yet Sharon, her incredible wife, has come here like double masked just to help us out, so that we can leave the house. She might want to get away from Sherry for a little bit too. Let's be honest. I'm just kidding, Sherry. But the two of them, they're just brilliant, lovely human beings. And then there's the sister, Julianne, who they've got out there too, who her and her husband, Rob, have done nothing but help out this foundation too. So just all in all, fantastic family. Thank you to anybody that's related to a Crawford. We appreciate you very much.
Yeah, the whole family actually is just incredible, and they could not be more opposite. I mean, I would watch a reality show with them. I know Sherry's listening, but I really do hope this gets her.
Julian's daughter Madison is now watching our dogs for us, and she's like equally as fantastic. I mean, these people are just they're gems in this world of ours. So yeah, big shout out to anybody in the Crawford bloodline or married too.
Hey Shep, did you donate, Shep?
Mama miss.
He can't get through on his Zelle. It's medical at Live Like Roo. Oh, it's a personal problem. Okay. So if we put Ship down, that means we're $13.54 away. So I feel like, Nicole, do you think that money's somewhere, or should we wait for this last to roll in? Oh, Chip, thank you for your donation. No, he's in the living room, Sherry. So we are $13.54. I guess I could make that a banner.
Okay. We're right there. We're right there.
And so that would get us to, for the day, $50,000. I mean, wow. Okay, speechless. Yeah, Kara's probably right. I bet we're there. Oh, Kim. Oh, Kim's gonna put us over.
Ooh, let's start handing out stuff like we did that one time. Like, all right, next person is.
Oh yeah.
What do I
got? I got the. Oh wait. I didn't give anything away today. All right, Kim. I think you already have one of these, but I got an ornament. Okay. Mm-hmm. I got this ornament too, and then I got this one. Okay.
Can someone please pick me up some ornaments this Sunday? I'll be away from work. I'll pay you back, I promise.
Yes. Okay. We met the goal. I got a text from Anonymous. We are good. Okay. So we made it. You guys, this is the best feeling, especially because I don't have to hang out here for another hour after being on this for 3 hours and 41 minutes.
I'm gonna go into the applications and start.
Start giving out money.
Start sending out money,
please. Okay, so thank you guys so much. I've really cried a lot. I really could cry again now, but I feel like I'm out of tears. We can't do this without you. Here it comes. It simply is incredible that somehow we got $25,000 today. It means so much. Thank you to the people that tell the stories, because I know it's not easy to come on here and say I need help, or my dog is sick. It's actually really hard. It's really hard for me to even be here. And Beth, with Titan, your story, wow, today really touched a lot of people, and we got you. That dog that helps your son is so important. Everybody's story today touched somebody in some way to get these donations, and for us to get a match of totaling over $50,000, I'm sure. So Again, it helps Deborah and Laura and our entire team so much to be able to go back to last year and say, hey, we can help you now. And our goal is to finally get caught up and help animals now, like that need us right now, so that when we finally get to their application, they're not like the dog or cat or ferret or horse is gone. So really important for us to get there. So thank you, Nicole and Deborah. You guys have been going too since early this morning. I know. I really appreciate it. Thank you again to everybody that donated, to everybody that shared. Again, sharing our story and our mission is just as important as donating. It means so much to us. I wish I had this filled up, but I did not download it. So just pretend it's at the very top. Kayla, I'm sorry. The StreamYard only let me upload 100 elements, and believe it or not, I was at the max. Nicole talked about the Holiday Craft Bazaar. I'm going to just go through our events quick, guys, because we need more money to help more people. It's this Sunday, 11 to 3 at the Park Tavern. It's all of Chicagoland rescues and organizations. They make crafts, sell merch, all of that. We also have photos with Santa coming up. This is at Deborah's bar. This. Since we've reached this, it is Santa ship. So if you feel like you need a picture of a ship in disguise, there you go. Amy Bissonette is the photographer. She's incredible. She's also doing pictures for the Holiday Craft Bazaar. We really appreciate Amy for helping us out with those. Anything is possible event is December 10th from 1 to 3. We will have a booth there. Thanks to Randy for inviting us. We'll have crafts, merchandise, holiday gifts, perfect shopping. You get to give back while you shop. Bosley's, we will also be there the same day as Santa. So come get your pictures with Santa and then go over to Bosley's. We'll have, again, merch and crafts and handmade things and all of that. And please become a monthly donor, because we've got 12 days of giveaways coming. And I will tell you right now, the giveaways are incredible. Again, all of our guests today, I feel like it's like a game show. All of our guests today get Furbos. If you don't have one, you better get one. We have one.
You get a Furbo, and you get a Furbo, and you get a Furbo.
Furbo is going to be loving me, by the way. All I've done is drop their name. Also, Pet Supplies Plus, thank you to everybody that donated Octopi today or bought them for their animals. We get 100% of the proceeds from 14 stores in Chicagoland and Indiana. It's a miracle. It's not a miracle. Sometimes I read what and then I make up my own words. Thank you, Stacy. I still want to share Lambo's story, which I was... Oh, good, Kara. Thank you. We are the foundation of the month for Bosley's, which means we get a percentage of sales for December, which is amazing. We also are getting the ticket sales from the Bosley's event, so that ends up being a great chunk of money. We really appreciate Bosley's so much. So,
and also when you book a Bosley's, there's a thing where you can make an extra little donation.
Correct.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay, good.
And if you haven't been to Bosley's, we're regulars. We go with Kara's dog, Oscar, and it's fantastic. It gives the dogs a chance to just run around. You don't have to worry about any other dogs approaching. They can be off leash. Bosley's is brilliant, especially with these winter months coming up and salt and ice being out there. So definitely check it out. And at the same time, you can give a little back to Rue.
Yeah, I love that. And it means so much to us when these businesses give back to us, because we do little work for a really kind donation that, again, helps us keep going. Okay, I think we're good. I still have some segments that we have not played. Yes.
Thank you to Kara for the donations of the massages.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you, Kara. Sorry. Did you see I was running down the list and then I forgot? Kara and Noodles and Company too for the
portrait.
Portrait for Brendan. I'm going to post all these little segments on our Facebook. So if you missed the morning ones and you missed the best of that I played near the top of the show, I'm going to play Sumo and Melanie, Sarah and Luna, Brendan and London. And then I'll also put Lord Stanley up there and Mia Bean and Judy too. And then if you missed the Tony segment, even though I played it in this hour, I still post those on Facebook in the coming days.
And Kaya.
Kaya. Yeah, Kaya.
Hi, Angie.
Yeah, and who?
Angie.
Oh,
Kai's
Angie.
mom.
Okay, got you. I'm like, wait, who's Angie?
You're so tired, Sarah.
Yeah, I didn't sleep last night, as you guys know.
Well, and how awesome that when we went to go see Brendan in London, one of the dogs in the house is a dog I knew from CACC.
Yeah, it's so amazing. I
Such
love
a small world.
Yeah, it's just incredible, and the stuff that he does for him and it's his girlfriend or his wife. The things that they do for dogs is just awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're looking to foster another dog from CACC. They like to take the mamas that have been dumped full of milk. It's kind of their jam. So it was a wonderful home to be in. It was fantastic to see all them, and Deb to know one of them back from her CACC days. So quickly before you say goodnight, Sarah, round of applause for our fearless leader. She's been there for me multiple times personally. She's been there for all of us. Her staff, Deb, Kara, Tiffany, Vicky, I'm going to start to cry. All of you, you're just fantastic human beings, and you've done a fantastic job today. The board, Brandy, Joe, where would we be without you? So well done, everybody. Sarah, get some sleep tonight. You killed it today. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, Nicole. I appreciate you doing the shout out because it is, and I didn't really want to post Sarah's the best, but our staff and our board, and special thanks to Kat and Jessica today, as well as Kayla for making all the graphics. Again, I didn't get to half of the graphics that we wanted to because we were really busy with guests all day. But SHIP, I know, says this almost every year. This doesn't exist without our staff and our board and our supporters. So, and here he comes now. But you guys,
Anonymous.
good luck. You guys seriously keep me sane, and you keep this organization going. And again, we can't thank our supporters enough for helping out and reaching this incredible goal today. So thank you so much to everybody. But the staff and the board have my heart along with the supporters. So thank you guys. And I don't know I don't want to see the montage of how many times I cried today because it was a lot. And thank you, Mom and Dad. They say great job today and hi job. There you go. That's why you gotta watch your mouth when you're live. You never know who's watching. Just imagine that your grandma or your mom and dad.
Milton and Judy are listening.
Yeah, seriously. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging with me. I really appreciate it. And I love you. And we're checking out.